back here live to Henderson Lions Stadium. We're ready for the Henderson Lions against the Gilmer Buckeyes, 3rd district ball game of the year. Lions trying to get on the winning track and get back headed towards a playoff scenario. Good evening, I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin as we're moments away from getting this ball game underway. Henderson and Gilmer both on the field, and the homecoming festivities earlier. The homecoming queen named Casey Dudley as Gilmer comes out onto the field. They're 6-1 and 1-1 in district play last week, beating Hallsville 27-20 after the first district game, a big upset by Pine Tree. Henderson waiting as they will come onto the field in a moment. The choir here for the Henderson High School looks like they will be presenting the national anthem tonight. That will be a nice little added atmosphere to the ball game. Here come the Lions breaking through the banner at the 25-yard line. The Lions 5-2 on the year, 0-2 in district play after a 10-3 loss against Carthage last week, a game that had a wonderful atmosphere to it, a well-played ball game, which could have gone to either team. The crowd on its feet, they're ready for a good contest as it's a perfect night for football. And the field looks like in good shape after the heavy rains in the area.
I'm glad we're playing tonight, not last night, because this time last night,
you couldn't play.
The bottom had dropped out, I tell you.
The bucket was, the bottom was not there.
Needless to say, we called off all the middle school games, and the high school, junior varsity, and 9th grade game was also called off.
3 inches of rain here in Henderson last night, at least, maybe 5 in some areas. As right now, let's pause, and it's time for our national anthem here at Lions Stadium. Job there by the choir here tonight, singing the national anthem. And that, I tell you what, this is my first year doing Lions football, but you know, the atmosphere, I love pro football, but you just don't get this type of atmosphere at a pro football game, guys. That's just a wonderful job, and you get so much out of high school football.
I need to mention that our choir is under the direction of Mr. Floyd Satterwhite, and he has really done an outstanding job in our high school. He also comes over to our middle school and helps over there with Miss Pat Bridges. So they're really doing a fantastic job.
And the captains at midfield, who do we have out there tonight for us, Mr. Charlie Franklin?
Number 70 is Matt Thigpen, 38, Caleb Hall, 40 we have Alan Ayton, and number 72, that would be Doug Gibbons. That's our 4 co-captains, meeting the 4 co-captains for Gilmer. The Lions in their home blue tops, blue pants, white helmets with blue trim, and Gilmer wearing black pants, white jerseys, and black helmets. The referees are talking to the captains, and we'll know pretty quick here who's going to do what to start this football game off, as it's right at 7:30.
Conditions here tonight almost perfect for football throughout the day, kind of windy. That helped dry out the field as well. It looks like in the middle part of the field right now, Charlie, that few little maybe rough spots due to the 5 inches of rain. up in the area. That's going to be an important factor, especially for a team like Gilmer that likes to throw the ball. Henderson more of a running team.
Yeah, you know, if it's real wet, it can really hurt a team. But if it's not so wet, Gilmer has won the toss. They will receive. So we'll be kicking off something a little bit different, and we'll defend the north end, kicking south from left to right. Gilmer will be running from right to left. So they think a lot of their offense, and they want the football to start with. As I was mentioning, when the field is wet, if it's really soaked, then it's pretty tough on a passing game. But if it's just slick, then the offense has the advantage because their receivers know where they're going, and the defensive backs don't. So we'll be interested to see how it comes out with our cuts tonight on our routes and our cuts with our backs.
As this offense for Gilmer features Bran Webb at quarterback, and their featured back is Rico Gardner. The Henderson defense so far this year allowing a total of 219 yards per game. And so far this year they've been tough against the pass. Haven't seen too many passing attacks, but have shut it down when they've seen it, allowing just 84 yards, a little bit over that. As the Lions getting ready to take the field. As this game about ready to get underway. As other games in district play, in District 16, 4A, it's Pine Tree at Carthage and Kilgore at Hallsville. And pretty much have to favor Carthage at home against Pine Tree, but Kilgore on the road against Hallsville. We've already been surprised this year, Bobby, by Hallsville,
yeah.
And Kilgore better be careful.
They really had Kilgore is, you know, they're going in, and everybody's got to shoot at them, quite honestly. And Hallsville, they know they have to shoot at them, and Coach Gaddis and his crew is liable to have them ready. You know, I just have a feeling that tonight Coach McGinnis has got his group ready to play this Buckeye team, and I really feel good about it. I know our kids are excited. And, you know, it's hard to come off a defeat, but as hard as they played last week, they didn't have time to get down, did they, Charlie?
No,
they're up and they're ready to play, and I just know that our defense is going to rise to the occasion. Our offense always has. Last week our defense did, so we're ready, and I'm excited about this game.
I look for a short, high kick to try to keep it away from their deep people.
Here's the kick by Kirsch, and he kicks it deep into the far side, taken there by Tron Webb at the 5. It's a pass over to the far side, overthrown at the 10-yard line, intended for Josh Fluin, and it went over his head as Gilmer tried a little...
That's the first time I've seen that in a long
time. And I'll tell you what, he was throwing a lateral is actually what it was.
He
was throwing it behind, but he tried to stop and pull up to throw it, and his feet went out from underneath him, and so it went out of bounds.
They had a wall over here,
too. They sure did.
That could be a big theme of this game, the footing for everybody out there, as the passer there, Tron Webb, slipped on the lateral on the kickoff, and Gilmer will start at their own 9-yard line, 1st and 10, and we're underway. Gilmer comes to the line. Wide out to the near side is Clyde Osborne, one to the far side. Lone man in the backfield. Looks like that is Rico Gardner. Here's Webb back to pass, has protection. Now it's breaking down. He runs with it up to the 10-yard line for a gain of 1, tackled by Scott Goodwin.
That was coverage sack if I ever saw one. They had them wrapped up like a blanket back there. And Bobby, we came out with a nose guard.
I'm telling you, we came out with a three down lineman.
Yeah. And
everybody else was either in a linebacker or in the defensive backfield. I told you Coach McGinnis had something up his sleeve, and I know he's worked on it. We're gonna see a pro style defense right now, and there is really no telling how we're going to line up. We've got 5 defensive backs. 6.
2nd and 9 at the 10, one near side wide out. That's Tron Webb. Here's the snap, and there's confusion in the backfield as Webb, the quarterback, tries to scramble, gets maybe 1 or 2 yards, but it looked like he was trying to hand it off to Rico Gardner, and they missed a connection.
They sure did, and we had him shut down, though, even if they hadn't missed the connection. And, Charlie, it goes right back to what you and I talked about last Saturday or last Friday when we were driving to Austin. We were talking about Shane, what a great job he did at the nose guard, and he's able to cover the one gaps. He can take care of it, and that's exactly what Coach is doing right now. He's got him playing the nose, and we've got the guys playing the defensive tackles out here.
They give him a gain of 3, 3rd and 6 at the 13. 10:30 on the clock, first quarter. Here's the snap. Webb drops back to pass. Looks near side and is tipped at the line by Caleb Hall. The pass intended to Josh Fluin, but it tipped by Hall and it goes incomplete.
Little screen pass over here
that's
going to set up, but Caleb got in there and got his hands up and got his hands on the ball. a good defensive stand there, and that's a 3 good plays by our defense.
Ooh,
and
yes.
Hall was going to be kicking down there inside the 5-yard line.
Gilmer.
So, sorry, this is Gilmer, isn't it?
4th and 6 at the 13 is back to kick. Is
Still playing back
Wes.
here, Gordon Hallsville.
You're having a flashback
I don't
on
know
us.
why.
It's Wes Kelly ready to punt, and it's a low snap. He gets it away barefooted. High kick. Charles Simpson back at the 49. He takes it near side. Has some blockers up to the 35, 30, 25, 20. 15, 10, cuts inside. 5, and he's in to score. A 50-yard punt return by Charles Simpson. He got blocking up the near side and one man to beat. Brand Webb, he did that at the 6-yard line, in for the score, and Simpson puts Henderson on the board early.
I wish I knew who it was that got the block right there on the 30. Somebody has cleaned somebody's plow, and I can't tell you who it was.
It sprung him all the way down to the 5. He had one person to beat. He did. He cut back inside, beat him. Great return, great blocking, and great run by Charles.
As Clayton Kirsch will now try to kick the extra point. Holding is Pat Brown.
We don't have enough on the field.
As scrambling out is Derek Page, and he doesn't get out there, and that will be a flag. The kick is up and through and good, but a late man coming onto the field, Derek Page, and now they'll have to attempt that again as he didn't get there in time. Probably just missed it by a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Almost set, but they will have to attempt the extra point again as Jeffrey Holman comes in from the sideline.
We like to get it blocked, I tell you.
Yeah, we did. We didn't have it, like I say, he was running towards the line of scrimmage, and that was the problem, and that's illegal motion, and of course it doesn't count. I'm going to give Charles all the credit he needs. It was actually 51.5 yards because I sat in here and watched it.
I was about to miss.
Yeah, he did put a move on.
Yep.
He put several moves on, and good run back, but boy, he got a block right there that sprung him.
They're going to attempt the extra point again, this time setting up at the 14-yard line. So really, this is a 24-yard attempt for Kirsch, trying to add the extra point for the Lions. Pat Brown holding again. Here's the snap. It's good. Ball down. Kick is up. It's high, and it's good. Near the left pole of the field goal post, and it's through, though. Makes it 7-0. 10-10 here in the first quarter. Lions leading on Henderson Lions football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated wants our member customers to know about enhanced services that are now offered. With the call waiting service, you can receive an alert of incoming calls while you are already engaged in conversation. Call forwarding transfers incoming calls to another number. The caller ID feature lets you see who's calling before you answer the phone. Contact East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated for more information on enhanced services.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
Homecoming off to a great start for the Lions. A 51-yard punt return by Charles Simpson puts the Lions up 7-0 here with 10:10 left in the first quarter. Lions ready to kick it off. Left to right on your radio dial. They lead Gilmer early on. Clayton Kirsch kicked the extra point. He'll kick it off now, and it's away. A high kick towards the far side, going to be taken at the 14. Up to the 20, cutting inside, and down at the 26 is Gilmer, as on that punt return for them was Tron Webb.
Yeah, and Kenneth Williams.
Kenneth Williams, first one down, made a one-on-one tackle there.
Good job, Kenneth Williams.
They're going to mark it at the 27. Gilmer's second possession of the game. They went 3 and out after a nice set of downs by the Henderson defense, which played extremely well last week against Carthage.
Well, the defense set up that touchdown a while ago, didn't
Yes,
they?
they did.
They shut them down quick and made them kick that football.
They send 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side. That is Clyde Osborne and Jay Tefteller. 1 to the far side, one in the backfield, handed off to Rico Gardner. He bursts over to 30 to the 32, a gain of 4. That will make it 2nd and 6.
Jeremy Blanton's in on the play that time, and so was Jeffrey Holman. We're lining up with 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and whoever's left is in the secondary.
That's 5 left.
Yeah, we have got a completely different look. I would hate to try to block this.
2nd and 6, Dennis Alexander saying in the pregame he wanted to contain their quarterback, Bran Webb. Webb leads them to the line at the 32 of Gilmer. 2 in the backfield, handed off to the first man through. He falls down,
get on the ball.
fumble, scramble for it. It looks like Gilmer may have come back with it, as running that ball for Gilmer was number 32, Anthony Hawkins.
That ball laid there for about 3 or 4 seconds there.
And Justin Jackson had his sights on it. He was going for it.
A 2-yard pickup, so it's 3rd and 4 for Hawkins. Hawkins, a 2-way starter for Gilmer.
You can see where they're playing right there. It's pretty well tore up there, so it's the field is in excellent shape, but it's pretty soggy.
Gilmer to the line, 8:50 and running on the clock. They send 1 man wide to the left side. That's Tefteller. 2 to the far side. I formation in the backfield, flip back to Gardner. Around the far side he tries to get hit once and dragged down at the feet. He falls down at the 35, but Jeremy Blanton wrapping him up around the ankles, and that's a 1-yard gain, make it 4th and about 3.
Pat Sanders had a hold of him too. Pat had him out there and took him down. Good job, defense. Hey, Charlie, this is exciting to see a whole new, different front than what we've seen.
Well, this big old wide receiver weighs 230 pounds over here. That's a big sucker. Yeah, that's great defense, Bobby. I tell you, they are really getting after it, and I hope we can keep it up. That's 2 good series there.
Charles Simpson back at the 36 of the Lions to receive the punt. Wes Kelly kicking it away for Gilmer. End over end, it's going to bounce at the 34. Down to the 26, touched by Simpson, and he has to scramble for it, and it's picked up by Gilmer.
They got it.
Gilmer gets it. Number 10 for them, John Brinkley, as it was an end over end punt by Wes Kelly, and Simpson tried to pick it up with his fingertips and couldn't get back to the ball in time, and a big turnover.
A while ago we had two safeties back there. That time we had 1, and Charles had a long ways to run for the football and couldn't quite get to it and never had control of the football.
So Gilmer will take over at the 21-yard line of the Lions. 7:51 on the clock, 1st and 10 for them. They send 2 wideouts to the far side, Clyde Osborne and Tron Webb. I formation in the backfield, 1 wide out near side. Here's a handoff to Rico Gardner up the middle, and he tries to get up to the 18, tackled by Jeremy Blanton and Charles Simpson for a gain of about 2.
Justin Jackson, 22's in there.
He has played well over the last 3
weeks. Yes, he has.
Gilmer's already in field goal range. They have an excellent field goal kicker, and the ball is on about the 18-yard line, something like that.
It's going to be close to that.
I think they're going to give him 2 yards for maybe 3 for 2nd and 7.
They're definitely 4 downs on, so it's 2nd and 7.
They like to spread out the offense. 2 wideouts to the far side. That's Tron Webb and Jesse Hackett. 1 near side, Rico Gardner. It's a shotgun formation. Webb running with it. Up the middle, runs into his own man, and he's down by the Lions. In on the tackle was number 46. That is Joe Powell.
Another big old 230-pounder was a tight end. I guess he's a normal tight end, and he split him sometime, 36. So that's a real good defensive play there.
That's going to be a loss
really
of
good.
2. It's 3rd and 9 at the 20. As he really just ran into his center, Brian Light.
Need to hold him one more time here and make him go for the field goal.
Rico Gardner splits out near side to the far side. Webb and Osborne. Shotgun formation again at the 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Quick pass. Blocked down by Caleb Hall.
Boy, Caleb has done that time and time again. Caleb Hall gets up in the air and knocks the ball down, almost intercepted.
He sure did.
Gosh, Caleb, good job.
Coaches love to see that because that shows an awareness of what's really going on in front of you instead of just trying to bull rush you.
We had a defensive end a few years ago, Bobby, that intercepted 1 or 2 over there. Remember him?
Yeah.
Remember who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
4th and 9. Who are we talking about, guys?
Nick Hall, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nick Hall.
They're two.
It's
We'll
going to
talk
be
about Nick in a second.
it's be a field goal attempt now by Adam Dugan, as they are late putting some men on the field. Spotted at the 27. Here's the snap, and it's blocked. Blocked in there by Justin Jackson. He blocks it coming around the left side.
Hey, Stanley, how about that?
Great job.
Good job,
And
Justin.
the fans getting on their feet, giving him a good round of applause.
Everything Gilmer has tried, we've turned them back so far. Our defense has really played great.
So it turns back over into the Lions' hands. They'll get it at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, 6:25 on the clock. As the Lions coming out on offense for the first time.
First snap of the ball game, 6:25 left in the first quarter. We hit 7-0 and going to make the first snap of the game.
Kenyatta Neal and Derek Page in the backfield. Right side wing back is Pat Brown. Here's the snap. Corley pitches it back to Neal around the near side, and he's dragged down after a gain of 4 by a host of Gilmer players. Is Corley quarterbacking for the Lions. Offensive line is Doug Gibbons, Grant Vitito, Chad McCray, Javis Wright, and Matt Appleton. And tight end Terrence Oliver.
I saw some slipping and sliding that time in the backfield.
Boy, I tell you, they got a bunch up on the defensive line, Bobby.
9-man front. Now they switch out, 2nd and 6 at the 34. Here's a snap, pitch back to Page. He goes up the left side, dives forward to the 37, another gain of 3. That will make it 3rd and 3. As Dennis mentioning in the pregame that they were going to bring 9 men to the line and then adjust after that. So
Gonna be really more like 4.
It's 3rd and 4.
Third and 4. He didn't give a very good spot there, so we got a pretty tough 3rd down here.
3rd and 4 at the 36. Corley leads them to the line, left side wing back. Neal and Page in the backfield. Here's the snap, pitched out to Neal, trying to sweep it around the far end. He has the room to the 40, puts his head down, gets the first down, knocks the man out of bounds at the 42, 43-yard line. Good hard running.
He ran with some authority, didn't he, Charlie?
He ran like that leg felt better that time.
Yes,
That's a good play. We got that first down, too.
They mark it at the 43, 1st and 10 with 5:10 on the clock. Charles Simpson into the game. Coming out is Brett Mitchell. He's playing having a good season as a sophomore. Simpson to the line at left side, tight end. Neal and Page remaining in the backfield, right side wing back, Pat Brown. Here's the snap. Corley drops back the pass, rolls out near side. Looking downfield, puts it up to Simpson. Completed at the 43 of Gilmer, and he slides down at the 38-yard line for a big pickup. That is a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, he ran across all the way from the other end on the left side, ran all the way across the field, and caught the ball at about the yard marker there, and then he tried to cut up field, and his feet just went out from underneath him.
You're going to have to be careful.
Yeah, good catch, good run. Here we go. Let's score again.
1st and 10 at the 37 at Gilmer. Corley under center. A lot of men on the line for the Buckeyes. He pitches it back. This time Brian Brown feels his way through and gets to the 34 perhaps for a 3-yard gain. Good running, heads-up running by Brown because he had to pick his way through.
He's looking for a little daylight, wasn't he? Finally found a little sliver there and took advantage of it and slid through there for just a few yards. Now we're getting down close to the 4-down zone here as the clock moves with 4:28 here in the first quarter, and the Lions having a good little drive together right here.
2nd and 7 as Derek Page comes out, and in the backfield is Brian Brown and Tim Fuller. Right side wing back is Junior Anthony. Here's the snap, and getting through to left side was Fuller up to the 30 for a gain of 4.
Yep, and this is the first play that Tim's been in there, and he didn't understand the field. He's slick right out there, and he kind of slipped, and when he did, he had to cut all the way back over to the left side and still picked up good yardage.
Kenyatta Neal in for Fuller at 3rd, and you have to mark it about 4 yards, maybe along 3. Has 3:44 in running here first quarter. Lions leading 7-0. Anthony right side wing back. Here's the snap, pitch back to Neal. He drops it, looks around, fumble, and he gets it back, it looks like, with his right hand, but he fumbled it, and the ball is marked at the 33, so that's going to be 4th and long now.
It's going to make it a tough 4th down right now, and we really an extra long field goal. I don't think he wants to try a field goal if this stays the ball game.
And the field's awfully muddy right there, so that would really be hard to get your steps and get any power into the kick.
Page and Neal remain in the game. Brian Brown out. He was one of the escorts for homecoming ceremonies prior to the game. 3:03 on the clock. Lions to the line. 4th and 6 at the 33 of the Buckeyes. Left side wing back is Anthony. Here's the snap. Corley back to pass. He slips down, runs up into the pocket, tries to find room, but he's met at the 35 and he's down with a 2-yard loss. Gilmer takes over as the tackle there for Gilmer was Jay Tepteller, as this field is going to be a major story.
Yeah.
It's starting to get ripped up pretty good.
It is. Our field really has been in good shape all year. It always is in good shape. I mean, not just this year. Our maintenance crew, they do an excellent job on this field. It would really be sloppy if our field wasn't in such good shape.
5 inches of Mother Nature will do that to you. 1st and 10 at the 35 for Gilmer, 2:45 here first quarter. 2 wideouts near side I formation. They hand it off to Gardner. He's hit at first by Ballinger, but he keeps on going to the 37. Ballinger almost had him wrapped up for a loss.
Yeah, he did. Good job. Good penetration. Shane got in there and got a hold of him. He actually got him from behind, and Shane didn't have any footing, and the guy just ran with him a little bit. Good defensive play. We'll take that little old 2-yard gain.
Gardner, District 14 3A Sophomore of the Year in 1995, coming into this game with 783 yards on the ground. They line up in an I formation again. 2 wideouts near side, Tron Webb and Jesse Hackett. 1 to the far side, Jay Tepteller. 2:05 on the clock, and here's the snap. Webb back to pass, slips down, he's hit once, hit again. Initial hit, Scott Goodwin, wrapped up by Jeffrey Holman, and also in on that play was
Caleb Hall.
And
Shane Ballinger was right there.
So that will put it back at the 30-yard line, and that will set up a 3rd and 15, it looks like.
Yep. Hey, you know, last week I mentioned our flag corps with the band, and I don't think it got on TV, and I want to mention them again. I talked a little bit about them. I noticed them at the marching contest. So after this play, let me mention them again.
No doubt. 3rd and 15, 3 wideouts near side for Gilmer. Shotgun formation, Rico Gardner in the backfield, 1 wideout to the far side. Webb looking near side, puts it up, and it's almost completed at the 35. It's through the hands of Clyde Osborne, but he heard Justin Jackson and Brian Brown coming hard. Yeah. So that's 4th and 15.
We had the UIL marching contest last week, and it really was the first time that I really paid attention to our flag corps, and there was 15 of them. And they really add just a special touch of class to our flag corps, to our band. Not only are they members of the flag corps, but they also have to play musical instruments to be in the band. And I'm really proud of them, and they do a super job for us.
Definitely. It's been a treat to watch them all the time. They're going to try a fake punt. It's completed here near the 30. The man's going to get down to the 47, completed to Todd Kane. A trick punt by Gilmer, and they get the first down. Is Charlie, you saw it right
you just
from
couldn't
the start.
holler loud enough, did
No,
you?
they was out there.
Didn't have a soul out there.
Didn't have a soul out there on the wideout.
As completing that pass was Bran Webb, their quarterback. And that's 1st and 10. Gilmer trying a couple of trick plays early in this game. Their first kickoff, they tried a lateral pass. They get it at their own 48. 1st and 10.
That's a big play for them right there.
They come to the line. Wide out near side, Tron Webb. Jay Tepteller, far side. Rico Gardner, lone man in the backfield. They're going to... Oh, the Lions shut that play down. Webb snapped it. He was going to hand it off to the wingback, Nick Webb, coming from the near side, but never got a chance.
We had a linebacker come up on the end of the line and get down and just had a linebacker blitz over there, Jeremy Blanton. He messed that up before they ever got started.
Never had a chance.
2-yard loss, 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line. 37 seconds here remaining in the first quarter of play. Homecoming here in Henderson tonight. Buckeyes bring it out of the huddle. Webb near side. Osborne far side as the wideouts. Gardner in the backfield. Fake handoff to him as it's put up. Almost intercepted by Jeffrey Holman as Bran Webb tried to wing it down the middle. His intended receiver was Jay Tepteller.
Boy, he had some heat on him, too. Caleb was coming. He had some pressure on him, and it just didn't get there. Jeffrey got his hands up in the way and he did knock it down. Could have possibly had an interception. Good defense.
You know, we're seeing a lot of tips here early, Charlie. You think maybe they picked something off film by Webb throwing it low for some
Yeah,
reason?
watch him. He throws way down.
3rd and 12, 3 wideouts near side. Look for the ball to go there. Here's the snap. It's high. Webb brings it down, looking near side. Good coverage. He puts it up. There's a man open at the 25, bobbled, incomplete at the 20 as the man had it in his hands. as it was intended for Nick Webb, and he broke free right at the last moment. Initially, good coverage by the
that
Lions.
last play right there, he had to lay it up, and he came straight over his head with the pass, which was different. But when he's inside there, he tries to sidearm it, and throw it with a lot of velocity on the ball, and we just happen to be in the way sometimes.
What a job this
What about
Lions
that word, Charlie? Is that what
doing,
you're
Charlie?
shaking your head about?
No, I was shaking heck. I was watching Coach Alexander. He got a little nervous on that.
Oh, did he?
Oh, did he ever?
Let's make sure everybody's covered on this punt, as they are, and now punted away. Wes Kelly, two-man back to receive the punt. A rush, it's a low kick, a line drive.
Get the ball.
Bounces at the 19 and will stop at the 11 as it skipped past Brian Brown, and he didn't want to take any chances on that. So the Lions take over with 2 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. 7-0, the Lions lead it. We'll take a look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard real quick. So far in Class 5A action, Nacogdoches 3, Longview nothing. That's in the first quarter, very early. Robert E. Lee 7, Marshall 7, and that's in the first quarter play. Also, Texas High leading Mount Pleasant right now, 7-0 in Class 4A. Sulphur Springs 7, Liberty Ilo nothing in the first quarter. Lions take over. Jonathan Stovall, the quarterback, pitches it back to Neal. He has some room up to the 15. Just field. He has some room at the 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. He's going to have the man beat at the 25, 20. They're not going to catch him. He's in for the score. What a run by Neal.
That was the 100-meter dash right there.
Oh, he switched direction at the 25-yard line and took it all the way 89 yards for the score. It looked like Gilmer's defenders might have an angle on him. That's Tron Webb. They've hooked up before.
Yep.
As Kenyatta Neal electrifies the crowd.
Their coach said before the game, we might have 1 or 2 who can catch him. They had 1 or 2 chasing, and nobody caught.
Nobody caught. That is a gorgeous play.
What a change of direction by Neal.
You know, they can see that play next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday on Henderson Cable Channel 10.
TCA.
Yes, sir.
Clayton Kirsch on to attempt the extra point. Last play of the first quarter. Here's the snap, ball's down, kick is up, straight, and through. 89-yard touchdown run by Kenyatta Neal. Comes as the first quarter ends. Lions lead at 14-0 on Henderson Lions football.
People's State Bank is proud to announce a new 24-hour customer service access line, an incredible advancement in bank customer service. All you need to do is press a few buttons and you can receive your checking, savings, CDs, and loan balances. Here's the number, 657-7019. That's 657-7019. You receive step-by-step procedures that are easy to follow. That's 657-7019. It's incredible. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Smith Chevrolet Olds Cadillac wants you to know about the new 98 Chevy trucks. The best-selling CK pickup now has pass lock theft deterrent system, dual airbags, and automatic transmission enhancements. Tahoe and Suburban also have these features, along with optional comfort and security package on LT models. The OnStar system is also optional on Chevy trucks. And remember that four-wheel drive models have the latest on-demand four-wheel drive systems. Come by Smith Chevrolet Olds Cadillac, Highway 79 in East Main, on the savings side of the street in Henderson.
Two big plays by the Lions in this ball game. A 51-yard punt return by Charles Simpson, and just moments ago, Kenyatta Neal takes it 89 yards to end the first quarter with the Lions leading 14-0. They'll kick it off to Gilmer. Right to left now on your radio dial. Good evening. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin. We appreciate you joining us here on homecoming night. And the Lions looking to get their first district win, and things are off to a nice start.
Things are off to a nice start.
Much better than last week.
Yes.
The Gilmer coach, Mike Mullen, saying, you know, we can give up big plays. We try to make big plays as well. And so far,
well, they're a big play team, you know, Charles. You know, so far, if you're going to say, I'm reading your mind, so far, we've shut them down. But they could break any time.
Yep.
But our coaches look like they have a great game plan. And so far, unless they figure out something to get to us, we're getting to them.
Yeah.
Three-man back to receive the kick for Gilmer from Clayton Kirsch.
But a lot of football left, Bobby, you know, so we got a long ways to go. We can't count your chickens before they hatch. Somebody told me.
Here's the kick by Kirsch. High kick, going to be taken at the 15. Gilmer brings it up to the 20, inside, down to the 30, trying to go behind his wall of blockers. There's a flag on the play as the return by Nick Webb up the near side to the 43-yard line, but the flag. And
Charlie, that was a drill they were working on before the game started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You said they're working on a holding drill.
I guarantee you, the guy had him. He looked at the referee, and the referee has good eyes, thank goodness. He's right there in front of him. Well, there's no doubt about that. He was holding for about 15 yards.
Hey, if you can try to get away with it, give it a shot. But Gilmer does not get away with it, and that will push the ball back for them.
And O'Brien just kept on backpedaling, and they just kept on holding. It looked like it done some kind of dance. I don't know.
Marks it back at the 28-yard line. Gilmer starts the second quarter. 1st and 10. Lions lead at 14-0.
Let's see if our blue defense can do it again. They have looked so good.
2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Near side, Tepteller. Far side is Osborne and Hackett. I formation. Webb drops back to pass. Puts it up quickly, and it's in through the hands.
Come on, get up and hit him,
intended for Charles Tennyson near the 32-yard line.
3-3-5. I'm telling you, that just blows my mind. Coach McGinnis, you come up with some stuff, don't you? Boy, that looks great. It's working, too. You know, he is running them through. He's down there. I guarantee he gave more signals right then than they're using in the World Series, trying to get the defense call.
Looked like a Mexican, New Mexico traffic cop, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Old Mexico, I should say.
Old Mexico. Yeah, there's a song by Frank Sinatra, Old Mexico. Do you guys know that?
No.
No.
2nd and 10 at the 28. You guys don't know Frank Sinatra, and I do?
I know Frank
Yeah, we
Sinatra.
know, right? Where's this guy going from Gilmer? He's offside. No, he's not.
I formation, 3 wideouts, 2 far side. Handed by Rico Gardner. He breaks out to the far side, trying to get around the corner. Keeps his feet, hit at the 30, spinning, and he hits to the 32. As he'll gain 4, but he paid for it.
He ran 28 yards to gain about 3.
We just had blue shirts keep on coming and coming and coming. He's a good back, though. He shook 2 of us. But those last 5, he couldn't get away from.
Gardner in the last 3 games combined has only gained 111 yards. So he's been held in check lately, and hopefully the Lions keep him that way. 3rd and 8 at the 31. 11:07 and running here in the second quarter. Henderson 14, Gilmer nothing. 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 near side. Here's the snap. Webb drops straight back. Puts a little screen pass to Gardner. He has to reverse field. Goes up the middle, and he's down near the 34. He had to reverse field because Scott Goodwin had good containment on the left side. Finally tackled. There's a man down for the Lions as that'll be 4th down for Gilmer.
Oh, I tell you, he ran a long way
that
time.
He caught a little pass out here on the right side, again about the yard marker, and ran it all the way back over to the other side to pick up that 1 yard or so. And then what happened when that happens? You've got everybody cutting back and everything. It looks like Matt Thigpen may have gotten hit in the side. And I hope it's his knee, I think, but I'm not positive. But Dr. Sessions is, of course, out there looking at him, and they got him up off the ground now. But it's either ankle or a knee.
And he gets a nice round of applause from the Lions fans. They'll make it 4th and 7 at the 31 for Gilmer, and they will have to punt it away again.
That's Coach Will Clark and Aaron Vitito helping him off there.
Gilmer comes out to punt. Wes Kelly to do the honors. Back to receive, Charles Simpson, Brian Brown at the 42 of the Lions. 10:41 here in the second quarter. Charles Simpson moves up real quick to tell his teammates something. Now drops back towards the 42. Here's a snap, and Kelly puts it away high, and that is going to force Brown back at the 34. He drops it, picks it back up, tries to come near side, but he's wrapped up, finally surging to the 39-yard line, tackled by Brian Allen. But that's the second drop ball on a punt so far, and that one was close to being a scramble as well. First and 10 for the Lions. They're going to mark the knee down by Brown at the 37. And that's where the Lions will take over as Jonathan Stovall comes from the sideline.
A lot of football left in the first half. 10-25. Lions held the ball here. We're about 64 yards away. Let's see if we can get a good drive going again.
In the backfield is Travis Adams and Derek Page. Right side wing back, Allen Aiden. Stovall under center. The snap, and he fakes the handoff to Page. Looking for a receiver, puts it up. It's completed at the 46. Upfield, Pat Brown out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A nice dandy play there. Picks up a total of 22 yards.
I was watching Pat from the time the ball was snapped, and he just picked his way through the crowd in there and got out here in the flat. Jonathan just stepped back there and just drilled it right in there like he's supposed to. Good route and good catch.
It
good
sure
throw.
was.
You couldn't draw it up any prettier.
Good protection by the line as well.
I just watched Dr. Sessions. It looks like it's Matt's ankle.
Brett Mitchell into the game now for the Lions. Stovall checks his backfield. Here's a snap. He pitches it back to Travis Adams. Up the middle, Adams goes, puts his head down, and gets to the 36. A gain of 4, make it 2nd and 6.
Good run.
And another man down, this time for Gilmer, and that will be an official timeout. As comes with 10:05 on the clock. Lions lead it 14-0 here tonight, and that will be an official timeout. Let's take a break real quick ourselves. 14-0, Lions lead it on Henderson Lions football.
At Boral Bricks, we understand people's taste. Whatever your need, whatever color, whatever style, we have just what you want. Because at Boral Bricks, we've known all along that it's more than just a brick. It's the home of your dreams. Just call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. If you want the best price in Rusk County, whether it's brake service, wheel alignment, or replacement of shocks, Henderson Tire is the place to be. They offer 90 days, same as cash, with the lowest prices ever. They'll beat any advertised price in Rusk County. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by any time for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.
And back here at Lions Stadium, the player helped off the field, looks like possibly twisted ankle. As that being helped off the field is Michael Webb. Lions have it 2nd and 6 at the 36 of the Buckeyes. And they break from the huddle. 10:05 on the clock. Jonathan Stovall, part of that quarterback rotation, along with Philip Corley. Stovall in there right now.
I tell you what, we're sure mixing up our running fast tonight. I tell you, it's just really making a difference in keeping them off guard back there, because they certainly can't relax back there in the secondary.
Left side wing back, Pat Brown. 2 men in the backfield, Page and also Fred Bowens. Man in motion, Pat Brown to the far side. Here's the pitch to Bowens. Trying to get around the end, cuts it up, and is dragged from behind at the 33. A gain of 3, but he was collared quickly, as on that tackle was Brandon Beasley. Beasley, their free safety.
Fred's in tonight because he's so big, and he's our power back.
Yeah,
you know,
got those long.
he's very. I said that jokingly. He's very quick, very, very quick, and Fred is 5'4", 135 pounds. But I'm telling you what, he is so quick it just hurts.
We've got both our big backs in there now.
3rd and 2 for the Lions. Here's the snap, pitched out to Bowens. Coming near side, has the blocking. Around the 30, he's pummeled at the 29. A big hit by Brian Allen, but like Bobby just said, he gets the first down.
Well, that guy did a good job of fighting off our blockers. We had 2 guys on that guy, and we ain't blocked him yet. And he really made a pretty good stick on Fred, but a good run for a first down.
Coming in is Tim Fuller, and also Junior Anthony. Out is Pat Brown and Fred Bowens as they get a rest, get a pat on the back from Dennis Alexander. 1st and 10 at the 29. 8:38 on the clock. Stovall looks over to Gilmer defense. He sets. Here's the pitch back to Fuller. Cuts it up right side, up the middle now, and he's down at the 22, a pickup of 7.
Well, Charlie, you called it right. We've got a good scheme going on both sides of the fences. We've got a great defensive scheme going, and our offensive scheme is a good one.
Yeah, it is. We're really mixing it up. We're throwing the football and mixing those play action passes along with the run, and barring any penalties or fumbles, we'll ought to put that ball in the end zone again.
Yep. 2nd and 3 at the 22. Alan Aiden in as the wingback. He's near side. Here's the snap. Stovall rolls out the pass. Sets his feet, puts it up for Simpson, and it's completed. Touchdown, Henderson. He was wide open on a slant, 22 yards to score, and what a play.
Little old play action pass, sprinted out to the right side. Charles just cut through there just pretty as you could be, headed towards, we used to call it the flag down to the pylon on the far side, and Jonathan just laid it right in.
He laid it in there, boy, I tell you.
And it was 6.
I mean to tell you.
And it's 20-0 with 7:48 left in the 2nd quarter.
Just really the play calling and the setup of this team so far is just something fun to watch.
Boy, it's been something, hasn't it?
Clayton Kirsch will attempt the extra point. Pat Brown holding as usual. Here's the snap. Ball is down, kicks up, and with pressure, he gets it through, straight and true, and it's 21-0 Henderson on Henderson Lions football.
You know us at Citizens National Bank, and we know you want convenience. This is Jean Hodges, Teller Banking Officer at Citizens Bank. We have extended our drive-in hours at our main bank location. We will be open from 7:45 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and until 6 o'clock on Fridays. Don't forget about our new 2-lane commercial drive-in, designed especially for our customers with wide-bodied trucks. Citizens National Bank, always trying to give you the best service. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
During the fall home furnishing sale, Peterson's is featuring the Broyhill Fontana collection. This plaid sofa with floral pillows is just $6.99. Broyhill offers the styles that work in the living room, bedroom, and dining room. Peterson's can help you create the room of your dreams. Peterson's offers 0% financing, and qualified buyers pay nothing down. Save now during the fall home furnishing sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
Back in Lions Stadium, 7:48 left here in the first half of play. Lions out to a 21-0 lead over Gilmer, as the Lions just scoring on a 22-yard touchdown pass. Jonathan Stovall to Charles Simpson. Big plays for the Lions on a big night. Crowd having fun. Everybody's pumped up. And Clayton Kirsch ready to kick it off. But this has been a thing of beauty to watch so far, just crisply executed.
Oh, I tell you what, you draw up a game plan on defense, you draw up one on offense, and I tell you what, these Lions are executing the game plan on both sides of the ball tonight, aren't they?
They really are.
Even block the field goal. Run a punt back and block the field goal. So right now things are really going good. We got 7:48 here to go in the first half. We got Gilmer down now if we can hold him there.
Here's the kick by Kirsch, high and to the near side, has a chance to go out of bounds. It will, and the flag will fly. We'll bring you an update here from Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic on the scoreboard as we wait for the next kickoff by the Lions in Class 4A. So far in the first quarter, no score between Kilgore and Hallsville, and Carthage is having a pretty good time of it right now. Second quarter of play. They lead Pine Tree 24-0. Texas High 7, Mount Pleasant 0 in the first quarter, and North Lamar 7, Paris 0 in the first quarter of play. In Class 3A, it's Tatum 7 and Spring Hill 3.
Y'all don't say anything about that. That's an inner city rivalry right there. Paris High School is on the west side of the loop, and North Lamar is on the north side of the loop.
I got to pull for North Lamar. My sister teaches over there.
I know that.
Get that dagger out of my heart.
Charles, you've even started laughing at me. Well, it's just Charlie. Now you're riding my
Well, I just know what's coming. So.
Pull that dagger out of his heart.
My word.
Clayton Kirsch ready to kick it off again. One other score in Class 4A. Sulphur Springs 10-0 over Liberty Ilo in the second quarter of play. Kirsch going to kick it off from the 35. Crowd still on its feet clapping. 7:42 on the clock. Henderson's band getting ready to entertain the crowd at halftime. Here's the kick, and it's high and down the middle this time. Back at the 5, taken by Rico Gardner. He sprints out to the far side, has to think about it at the 21, goes out far side, still on his feet. He's at the 30, finally down at the 32, as a big block there around the 22 for Gardner.
You know, Josh Burke's about to make the play, and somebody really made a good block on him and knock him out of bounds. Good return there.
Yeah, Kenneth Williams and Charles Leaden did get in on the tackle that time. Good job.
Other scores, finishing up the scoreboard update, is Class 5A. Longview's taking the lead now, 7-3 over Nacogdoches in the second quarter. Robert E. Lee holding their own with Marshall. They lead it 14-7, and John Tyler with an early 7-0 lead in the second quarter of play. John Tyler, #1 team in the state in Class 5A. 7:26 on the clock, 1st and 10 for Gilmer at their own 30.
Interception right here would just about do them in.
3 wideouts near side, 1 far side. That's Gardner. Here's the snap. Webb looks for Gardner. Low throw.
Down.
And it's down at the 29, just like Bobby said. He put his knee down. Now a flag flies. It looks like Derek McGee and Rico Gardner over there discussing matters. And let's see.
He caught the ball on his knees. And then he got up and was going to try to run with it. And all Derek did was come in there and challenge his position and challenge his opportunity to run, and he took offense to it, I believe. And I don't know who the penalty's going to go against.
I'm afraid it's going to go against us.
It's going to go against us.
These last ones did it.
Usually that's who gets nailed, too. The
ones who retaliate are the ones that usually get it.
Yep. So that will mark it all the way up to the 44-yard line. A big play there on what would have been a loss of 1 on the pass play for the Buckeyes. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 44 now with 7:10 on the clock.
Should have been offsetting because he pushed and we pushed.
2 wideouts, both near side and far side. Actually, 3 wideouts near side. Now, here's the snap, shotgun formation. Webb looks far side now, scrambles, put it up, almost picked off at the 40, intended for Gardner, and it just went through the fingers of Justin Jackson.
Boy, he had
right there.
Goal line on his mind.
I'm telling you, Stanley Jackson's his dad, and he's in the stands right now, and he always listens to us, and he's down there right now shaking his head. He almost got that. He almost got that one.
He would have made the end zone because he's got his mother's speed.
Is that what it is?
Look out now. 2nd and 10 for Gilmer.
Oh, Justin, buddy, you were there.
Same formation. They keep a man in the backfield. Gardner now. Here's the snap. Gardner looks far side. It's completed at the 48. Up to the 45. Finally down at the 44. Fumble! Lions get it.
We got it.
Guess who's got it?
Fumbled by Nick Webb at the 44, and it's recovered there by, was that Scott Goodwin?
Scott Goodwin gets up and said, I got it.
Big play there because that was a good.
That's what the hustle down the field will do. He rushed a passer, then dropped back and hustled down the field and picked up a fumble.
And he's got some speed. Boy, he has got some quickness and speed.
You know, Scott's caught a couple of people behind this year from offside.
So that gives the Lions the ball at the 39-yard line. 6:48 on the clock.
Lots of time.
Stovall trots in from the sideline. He's been the quarterback on the last few possessions for the Lions. Philip Corley starting the game. Lions break out of the huddle, leading 21-0 here in the second quarter. In the backfield, Tim Fuller and Derek Page, right side wingback. In motion, Allen Ayton to the near side. Here's the snap. Stovall back to pass. Looking far side, puts it up at the 45, and it's just out of reach of Derek Page, thrown behind him. He had to turn around to try to catch that one, and it was out of his reach.
I think we had a little miscommunication out there on the play because I think we had it too close
Simpson
together.
should have cut it run a post route.
And I think, and the reason I'm saying that is because it looked like the coaches were, discussing.
If Charles had run the post route, they might have followed him inside.
There's 6:41 left here in the second quarter, and it's 21-0. We have the ball on our own, 39.
Lions to the line. Now into the game is Travis Adams. Page in the backfield as well. Left side wingbacks Brown. Here's the pitch out to Page. Round the near side. Turns it up and is down at the 48. for a gain of 9 on the play, make it a short third down.
Boy, Javis Wright got out there that time. He's one of our guards. He got out there and got a good block. And Travis Adams, Charlie, he was out there blocking that time.
They're going to mark him down at the 40, just short of the 48. So that's going to make it third and a long, about 2 yards, it looks like. In the backfield now, Brian Brown along with Page. Actually, they have an offset eye
Little
formation.
power set.
Yep. Here's the snap.
Simpson
Looks like Simpson quarterbacking, and he'll take it up the near side and get the first down at the 47. We saw that in pregame warm-ups, Charlie.
They lined up, and really it's just a power eye is what it was, and ran a counter back to the left side, and well, it was keep all the way, I believe, but Charles got the first down for us.
Charles made a lot of first downs last year on that little play on third down, and he's tough to bring down for a yard.
First and 10 at the 47. 5:48 in running. Neal and Page in the backfield now. Junior Anthony right side is the wingback. Stovall under center, barks out the signals. Hands it off to Neal, delayed handoff. Comes around the near side to the 45, down at the 42-yard line, a gain of 5.
Little mixed rushing that time, and get up, Kenyatta. Don't like to see you lay on the ground like that.
As he'll come out of the game now.
Evidently, he's still a little shook up.
Banged up on that play, and
might have re-hurt that thigh a little bit or something.
in comes Tim Fuller to replace him. Clock starts at 5:08 now. 2nd and 5 at the 42 of Gilmer. Here's the snap. Stovall rolls out the pass. Faked it in the backfield, looking, puts it up now, and it's through the hands of Brett Mitchell at the 31. There's good coverage on that play, but it almost got to him.
Still had a chance.
Yep. As the Gilmer defender slid out of bounds, Jay Tepteller, and
took out a photographer over there.
Yes. At the 41, that photographer needs to take some lessons from Ron, our cameraman.
Yeah.
He's a little nifty on our sideline. 4:53 on the clock.
Simpson at quarterback.
Again, that power I formation. Brett Mitchell back in the backfield as well. Here's Simpson keeping it around the near side. He pitches it down to Page, and Page gets up
real
to the
close.
36. I think he may have the first down.
Charlie, that wasn't keep all the way.
No, that was option all the way.
He was going to option.
Runner pitch.
He just saw it quick and cut up. Yeah.
Pending on the mark.
It'll be 4th and
We're
short.
going to measure this one.
They're going to bring it all the way across the field.
Hey, while they're bringing it across the field, I also want to mention another group of people that really do a good job and really bring excitement to the football game, and that's our varsity cheerleaders, and I'm going to introduce them. Our head cheerleader is Dana Adams, and she's a senior. Nancy Ariano is a senior. Stephanie Bacon's a senior. Collie Crow is a junior. Crystal Fox is a junior. Jamie Hand is a junior. Katie Irwin is a junior. Courtney Jones is a senior, and Courtney's our mascot. Bethany Kirkendall is a senior. Angie Orr is a junior. Kristen Pinnell is a junior. Lathie Scott is a junior, and Ricky Sisk is a junior.
First down for the Lions. As Page got the extra yard that he needed, and a couple of those girls were in our homecoming.
Yes, they were, and they are really dedicated, and their sponsor is Missy Alexander, which is Coach Alexander's wife, and Missy does a great job with them. Our girls are always at these events and always show spirit.
Simpson at quarterback again with that power I formation. Here's the snap. Simpson hands off to Brian Brown up the middle. He doesn't get anywhere on that
Not much
play.
there.
May have twisted for a yard. And that'll make it 2nd and 9. As we've seen 3 quarterbacks in this one game, now Stovall comes from the sideline, and he'll take over at quarterback. Kenneth Williamson in the game as well.
Yeah, Josh Burks was out there that time at an end or at the flanker. I didn't see. And that's good to see Josh out there. Josh gave us a lot of excitement last year. I love to watch him hustle down the field.
Simpson now left side as the tight end. Here's the snap, pitch back to Brian Brown. Right side, puts his head down and keeps his feet. Now he's dragged down finally after a pickup of 4, but good determination by him.
Brown showed his leg strength that time by keeping those feet and legs moving and staying on his feet for a long time. Picked up a good little yardage there. It's going to be 3rd down to about 5, I believe.
Indeed, at the 33. Clock at 3:45.
Plenty time.
21-0, Henderson leading. It's Page and Brown in the backfield. Left side wingback is Junior Anthony. Stovall with the snap, pitches it to Brown. Going around the near side, and he's tackled by a host of Gilmer players. Nathan Gann with the initial hit. And that will make it 4th and 5.
Just
for
not
Henderson.
much there. The Buckeyes have tightened up now. They've gotten a little tougher down here in the middle.
Might be time to put it up in the air again.
Yeah, we're
perhaps.
going to throw it here, I think.
I would think we're going to throw it.
As Pat Brown comes in, Anthony out. Maybe see that crossing pattern again that Brown ran earlier in the ballgame. 4th and 5 at the 33. 2:57 on the clock as the Lions come to the line. Crowd starts to make some noise. Big play here in the late first half. Here's the snap. Stovall rolls out the pass. Sets his feet, puts it up. Simpson, it's completed at the 18, and he's out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And a flag.
Looks like a possible late hit, as that's a gain of 22. That slanting pattern again. Simpson from the left side tight end position comes across the field, and it's worked a couple of times
Good
already.
protection, well executed by our backs. Jonathan just threw that ball right in there. Good route by Charles, and boy, I tell you what, we're clicking on all cylinders tonight.
Let's just see what this penalty is.
Wait for the official call here. Far side flag thrown, right as Simpson went out of bounds.
Pushing against us.
So,
yeah,
is that that
It has
comes
an
from the
illegal
point of-
block downfield. We were a little aggressive.
Brian
down
was
there.
one of our.
They didn't use our head that time.
No, he blocked in front of him out there, and Brian pushed him in the back.
Puts it at the 21-yard line, and that's still good enough easily for a first down. But does take a little bit of a sting off of that play.
Well, we were in field goal position if we had to. Now we might get one, but it's a lot better down there, and really because the field's so wet.
At the 20, 2:39 on the clock, as Stovall gets the play call from Dennis Alexander.
We're not going to need it, Bobby. We're fixing to put in the end zone.
Well, I'm not doubting that, but if.
I know it. I know it.
Derek Page, Tim Fuller in the backfield. Here's the snap. Pitched out to Fuller. Trying to get around the near side. Cuts up at the 20. To the 15, 10. Nice cut on his feet. Drops down at the 8 as he's wrapped up on that play by number 32, Anthony Hawkins.
That was a good move, Charlie.
Yeah, not kidding. It was a good move.
He was running probably 3/4 speed to his left over here, and it just shut down out here by the sideline. And Gilmer messed up, and they over pursued, and it's just like he put on the brakes and just cut it right back to the right.
Fredo Gonzalez was down there blocking.
He was, number 57.
9-yard line, 1st and goal. Here's the snap, pitched out to Kenyatta Neal. Lead blocker's Page. Cuts it up inside of Page and gets over to 5, down to the 2-yard line, perhaps inside the 2. And that will be 2nd and goal.
I thought he was going to squirt through.
Well, he saw some daylight. He ran for it.
That's the reason I said, oops.
We've got Gilmer back on their heels. Those Gilmer fans hadn't moved over there. They are stunned. They're seeing a football team tonight. It's not the one they wanted to see.
It's at the 2-yard line, so a gain of 7 by Neal, who now trots to the sideline. Page in the backfield, and it looks like Charles Simpson in at quarterback, that power I formation. Here's the snap. Simpson hands it to Jeremy Blanton with the carry, and he bulls his way in. Jeremy Blanton was the fullback. He got the handoff from Charles Simpson. It's a 2-yard touchdown score, and the Lions lead it 27-0 right now with 1:36 on the clock, and Clayton Kirsch will try the extra point. A dominating performance so far by Henderson. Pat Brown will hold it for Kirsch. There's a snap, ball's down, kick is up, high and good, as there's good pressure put on by Gilmer.
Little low snap, but I got it there, but it did. Great concentration by Clayton.
Yes.
Good hands by Pat Brown.
You're not kidding.
It's all working for the Lions. They lead it 28-0 on Henderson Lions football.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the birthplace. Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
And back at Lions Stadium, 28-0, Henderson leads it with 1:36 here left in the first half of play, as they just got a 2-yard touchdown run by Jeremy Blanton. And Clayton Kirsch ready to kick it off again for the Lions, who have played a wonderful game to this point, trying to get their first district win before going on the road next week at Pine Tree. Last road game of the year before a home game against Kilgore to wrap up the regular season. And last 3 games of utmost importance for the Lions, and they're playing like it here tonight.
Not a kidding. They're playing like this playoff game tonight.
Kirsch ready to kick it. Looks like it's going to be a short kick. It is. He boots it short at the 21-yard line. Taken by Tron Webb at the 30, and he's down at the 35, so about a 14-yard return by him. Gilmer, a stun club, like Charlie mentioned, that far sideline, the fans, they have to be wondering why they made that hour-and-a-half trip so far to this point. But with 1:28 on the clock, we got to always remember that we've talked about it throughout this game to this point, a big play offense, and don't want to let up right now heading into halftime. 1st and 10 at the 35. They send 4 men out, 2 to the far side, 2 near side. In the backfield's Rico Gardner. Here's the snap from the shotgun. It's a throw towards Anthony Hawkins at the 40, and it's over his head.
Boy, they're right now, they're kind of snake bit, aren't they?
Yeah, the coach is saying, let's get me into halftime so I can talk to them, try and get the head back on, because right now they got their heads down.
Boy, they do. And of course, they do for good reason.
That stops the clock at 1:24.
They're getting beaten all phases of the game, to put it mildly.
Near far side wideouts, Tron Webb and Anthony Hawkins. Near side, Jay Tefteller and Clyde Osborne. Rico Gardner in the backfield, shotgun formation. Webb looks near side, nowhere to go. Puts it out far side, out of the reach of Gardner on a little screen. And Webb just looks rattled right now as the quarterback. He first looked near side and automatically realized nothing was there.
Well, Charles, he wasn't expecting to see this in front of him. They've seen a 4-deep secondary all year, and he wasn't expecting to see a 5-deep secondary and 3 linebackers and 3 linemen rushing. And that's just what it boils down to. He's rattled because he just really does not know what to do.
Shotgun formation again on 3rd and 10. Clock at 1:19. Here's the snap, quick throw, completed at the 36 to Nick Webb.
Good tackle.
And he doesn't get anywhere. Charles Simpson in on the tackle also is Derek McGee. That may be a gain of 1.
We're going to call timeout and stop that clock and make them kick that football to us.
Not a bad idea the way the offense is going. That will be a timeout, 1:07 on the clock, 28-0 Lions on Henderson Lions football.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated serves our member customers with the most up-to-date technical equipment available. Also offered are enhanced services such as automatic recall that lets you dial your last caller even if you didn't answer. Automatic callback gets through to busy numbers as soon as they're free. Anonymous call rejection allows you to refuse calls from those who have blocked their numbers from your caller ID. Ask about these and other enhanced services at East Tech Telephone Cooperative Incorporated.
Gilmer to punt it away with 1:07 on the clock here first half. Here's the snap, and it's fumbled. Fumbled, and the Lions jump on it at the 31-yard line. Fumbled by Wes Kelly, and that's Justin Jackson. A flag in there as well as Kelly upset, and he came in there. There's another flag, but Jeremy Blanton saying it's going against Gilmer, and that's going to move the ball even further up, so a big turn of events there. Lions calling the timeout to get the punt, and now they get the botched punt attempt by Gilmer. And Gilmer just has to be wondering if they have a hex on them right now.
When it rains,
it pours.
Pours, is that what they say?
Yep.
I've heard that somewhere before.
You know, we were talking about the rain. It rained a little over 5 inches at my house last night, and I live about 5 blocks behind our backs here to the west.
And I live about 2 blocks to the east of here, and it rained 5 inches in my house.
It must have rained about that much right here.
So I bet it did, right here in between.
What's that old saying, Charlie, when it rains?
You guys need...
When it rains, take your umbrella?
If you're looking for a second career, I suggest weatherman.
Weatherman, I'm telling you.
First and 10 for the Lions at the 17 of Gilmer. 3 wideouts, Simpson and Pat Brown near side. 1 far side. Here's the snap. Stovall looks far side, puts it up at the goal line, fighting for it, and it's intercepted by Rico Gardner. A flag? No, it's not intercepted. Flag on the play, and Gardner thought he came down with it, but the official saying he did not. So there's a flag as well as Kenneth Williams and Rico Gardner went up for it at the goal line. And Kenneth Williams comes back towards the huddle. We'll still wait for the call as the officials try to figure it out. They'll have a little bit of a huddle there on the far side of the field. It was put up.
Kenneth is pointing like it's against them, and he's staying out there. And
well, Gardner definitely came down with it. It's just a matter of what the penalty is.
It's a matter of whether it's against him or against us.
I think it looks like it's against Gilmer, the body language of Gardner. But the official's still over there talking about it. 59 seconds on the clock is now we'll get things hashed out. Perhaps as the officials go over to talk to Mike Mullins and his staff, the staff of Gilmer out on the field. They're not too pleased, and it looks like it's going to go against Gilmer.
Pushing.
It is. Defensive penalty there, and that will mark the ball near the Lions fans love it. The Gilmer staff clearly upset as that marks the ball at the 2-yard line. And the Lions have a chance to really pour it on now. A botched punt by Gilmer, and now the Lions have a chance to add another score. Looks like the officials, is there a timeout on the field? Lions, well the Gilmer staff still out on the field. Officials, as a player,
you know, it's really hard to tell up here. There's always a little bumping and pushing on those kind of plays,
and that was across the field all the way over on the other side.
You see it on Sunday afternoon, every Sunday afternoon.
The defensive guy was on this side, and we really couldn't
couldn't tell.
So we don't know. You know, Charles,
and now Dennis Alexander.
Now they're bringing the ball back a little bit, aren't
they? Yes, they brought it back towards the, looks like the 8-yard line, and now Dennis Alexander wants an explanation of why
maybe they didn't know, so they just put it halfway.
No, they didn't do that.
Now be nice.
You know.
Well, Gilmer's mad. We're unhappy. So what do you know? What's the deal?
I don't know that we're unhappy. I think he just went out for a point of clarification there. I don't think he's unhappy.
No, I don't think he's unhappy, but I think he wonders why the ball's back on the 7-yard line.
And we're fixed. We don't know. We're gonna find out.
28-0 Lions lead it. 59 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Now marked at the 8. So it's first and goal for Henderson.
Our band's been in the end zone 27 minutes.
Now we're taking the ball back.
Yes, we are, to the 4-yard line now.
Now Williams is going over there to talk to them, and he'll have a hard time getting away from that guy.
So we've been at the 2-yard line, the 8-yard line, now the 4-yard line.
Oops, we can't break the huddle yet, guys.
Nope.
You know, Charles, you said something a while ago. Now we're and I know you didn't mean it like this, but there's a point I want to make. I really am going to be tickled to death to go into half with this big of a score, but there's one thing when we come back out, Coach Alexander will not absolutely run a score up. He doesn't believe in it, and he won't do it. And that kind of scares me because, of course, he'll have to run to win the ball game, and he's not trying to just kill this football team over there. He's trying to maintain the lead, and you can't be too conservative or give them a chance to go ahead.
As we're ready now, first and goal at the 4. The Gilmer coaching staff still out on the field. Charles Simpson quarterbacking. He pitches it out to Neal, coming near side, finding some room, breaks the tackle, and in for the score. He broke the tackle at the 4-yard line by John Brinkley and went in from there, 4 yards out, and the Lions lead it 34-0.
Yep.
Boy.
This is the most dominating performance by the Lions this year since Maceo Smith. I think even more dominating.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
Because of the opponent.
And we're playing a 6-1 ball club.
Yes. As Clayton Kirsch on to kick the extra point to make it 35-0. Pat Brown with the hold. Here's the snap, ball down. Kick is up. It's high and through. Lions lead it 35-0 on Henderson Lions football.
That ball hit 1 foot.
Smith Chevrolet O's Cadillac features the new 1998 Chevy Cavalier, a best-selling passenger car, now with improved acceleration, electric trip odometer, remote keyless entry, and power door locks. Lumina, Chevrolet's midsize sedan, has improved ride and handling and more standard safety features than any 6-passenger car in its class. The Motor Trend Car of the Year, the Chevy Malibu, now has optional leather seating and 6-way power driver's seat. For details, come by Smith Chevrolet O's Cadillac, Highway 79 in East Main on the saving side of the street in Henderson.
For your convenience, we offer drive-up banking. As time goes by, it seems that we all just get busier. The drive-up saves time. It's also great when you've got a car full of kids, a dog, and 10 sacks of groceries. Use the drive-up. Looking forward to your future. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Looking forward to your future.
51 seconds left here in the first half. Lions lead it 35-0. And they're ready to kick off again. Clayton Kirsch hits it right down the middle, end over end, taken at the 20 by Rico Gardner. He goes up the middle. Now that's actually Nick Webb. Nick Webb returns it about 14 yards to the 34. Clock stopping at 44 seconds. And yes, I did say 35-0. Henderson leads it.
With 44 seconds left in the first half, and Joe Powell getting down the field on the kickoff.
Henderson Lions band ready to entertain the crowd at halftime. Of course, we'll bring that to you as always. Gilmer in a shotgun formation. They've been in that set for a while now. 4 wideouts. Here's the handoff, though, to Gardner. He goes around the near side. Has a little bit of room. At the 37-yard line, he goes out of bounds. Tackled by Brett Mitchell, Junior Anthony, and Derek McGee, and he gains 3.
Yep, and Charles Simpson's over there, and I see number 83 coming from the pile over there, Josh Burks.
Has Gilmer made a first down yet?
That's a excellent question. I don't think they have.
I can't remember one, can y'all?
I don't know where we're going to get the answer, though.
Clock running at 10 seconds, and they're not going to get another first down as they'll let the clock run out and try to regroup. As the Lions will go in at halftime, leading 35-0 over Gilmer on homecoming night. And we'll be back with the halftime festivities in a moment here on Henderson Lions football.
Save now during the Fall Home Furnishings Sale at Peterson's Home Furnishings, where quality is the difference.
the Henderson Lions band and their drill team out on the field, ready to entertain the crowd here on homecoming night. As
our twirlers are going over to line up on the far side. Our drill team is over here. Our linettes over here on this side. And by the way, I know I've mentioned this, but I want to mention it again. They're directed by D.D. Adams. They have really, really grown in numbers, and they're really getting strong, and we really enjoy watching our drill team, our linettes. Our flag corps is over on the far side. The twirlers over there, they'll march to the middle, and our linettes will go out and meet them, and this is really an activity. It is something to see.
And once again, the homecoming queen announced prior to the game, that is Casey Dudley, 1997 homecoming queen. So, of course, the dance afterwards. All right? Saturday. See, I'm 10 years gone from high school.
Oh, bless your heart. You're so old.
I just forget how all that stuff works. So, right now, we're ready for the drill team, flag corps, and the Henderson Lions band, as they will get ready to entertain the crowd here on homecoming night. Lions leading 35-0 at halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, Henderson High School proudly presents our Majorettes, flag corps, and drill team, performing to the Aretha Franklin classic, Respect.
0 at halftime. A perfect first half of football, and that's pretty much as perfect as a high school band can get. A great job again by the Henderson Lions high school band as they march off the field here at halftime, doing another great job.
Expecting a special delivery? Then we're expecting you at the birthplace. Henderson Memorial Hospital's new state-of-the-art childbirth and maternity care center. The birthplace offers a warm atmosphere with large, beautifully decorated rooms, the expertise of special physicians, nurses, and staff, and the finest monitoring system available, all to provide high-quality care for moms and newborns. The birthplace at Henderson Memorial Hospital, a special place for your special delivery.
We're behind you all the way, Lions, from the classroom to the football field. Best of luck from the law firm of Welburn, Houston, Atkinson, Mann, Sadler, and Hill.
Back here at Lions Stadium, I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin. It's our pleasure to bring you Henderson Lions football. 35-0. Lions lead it here at halftime. We're about ready for the second half of play. The Lions out on the field. Now the Buckeyes come on out. You could barely keep that door from flying open with the Lions coming out of the locker room after that great half of play. As other games in District 16, it's Carthage 34-0 over Pine Tree at halftime, and also at halftime, Hallsville trying to upset Kilgore. They lead it 7-0, and we'll keep you updated on those. And one other update for you: Paris 6-0 over North Lamar in the second quarter of play.
Charlie,
give the Bloster extra point.
Charlie, now listen to me. You know I'm not going to talk about where you went to high school.
No, thank you.
But I will mention where you went to college.
I have an announcement to make.
I will. Is
I have an
TCU,
announcement to make.
is that right? TCU?
If anybody down there in the stands, we have a lot of people with radios tonight. I've seen a lot of people down there. If anybody down there would give Johnny Craig a ride home or find his keys. He locked his keys in his car tonight when he got out of it. He's such a hurry to get here for homecoming. He needs a ride home. So if anybody can find Johnny Craig's car keys, or if you can't find them, see Johnny and give him a ride home. His car keys are locked up in his car.
Oh, my.
I didn't have anything to do with that, Johnny.
Nope. I signed a waiver form before the beginning of the season. As we're ready to start the second half of play. And the Lions will get it first.
Charlie, I want to get back to this where you went to college.
Now, we've already got through talking about all that.
No, you got through. I didn't.
You know, hey, Bobby, I have a good friend up in Tyler. His name's Bill Coates. And he happens to do the play-by-play for this one college team. I saw him this week, and he said, I don't think they're going to win a game this year.
Charlie, what is TCU's record?
SMU's done real good.
What is TCU's record, Charlie?
Well, they hadn't played this weekend yet.
What is their record right now?
They're still looking for the goal line.
Now, let's say something about Paris again.
Paris looks good tonight. They're leading North Lamar 6-0. Come on, Wildcats.
As down on the field.
That was a low blow.
That was really, I will never do that again.
Boy, struggling up there.
I'm just going with the flow.
I know it, Charles, and I appreciate it.
I'm caught in the middle. Adam Dugan's going to kick it off for Gilmer at the 40-yard line, back to receive the kick. Derek Page and Kenyatta Neal Lions going left to right on your radio dial.
About onside kick.
Here's the kick. It's a low one on the ground, taken by bouncing out of the hands of Charles Simpson at the 28, picked up and down at the 30 for the Lions. I did not see who got that.
Kanan Wilhite.
Kanan Wilhite.
Yeah.
And good to call Kanan's name. We haven't called his name tonight, as the Lions will take over at their 31-yard line to start this half of play, up 35-0.
We need to establish the second half right now. We need to let them know that we're in charge and we're the boss. We need to make something big happen right here on offense, take the ball, march it down the field or something.
Neal and Page start off the half in the backfield. Philip Corley back in at quarterback. He started the game as well. He pitches it back to Page, up the middle, splitting the defense. He's at the 45, dragged down now at the 47. A big burst for Page.
Good
and that
run.
starts off.
Good blocking. Good run.
It tells them something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think
we mean business.
That is a 22-yard gain by Derek Page, his longest of the night, and makes it 1st and 10 at the 48 of the Buckeyes. Corley looks over his offense. Neal and Page remain in the backfield. Here's the pitch to Page, or to Neal. He drops it, picked up by Corley, and he's down at the 49 of the Lions. And
Well, now that wasn't very good.
That'll be a loss of a couple times on that pitch. There has been trouble with the exchange.
Let me mention those offensive linemen one time. Chad McRae's our center. Grant Vitito and Javis Ryder are guards. Matt Appleton and right now Doug Gibbons is on the field. They're our tackles. And they've really done a good job tonight.
2nd and 14. Allen Ayton into the game as the wing back. Long snap count. Here's the pitch now to Page. Up the middle. Getting a lead block from Appleton, but quickly closed down after a gain of 1. A number of Buckeyes in there. Among them was Josh Fluler, their linebacker, also Nathan Gunn, one of their linemen.
Well, now, Charlie, how many times have we punted tonight?
So far, we hadn't punted.
Not a time. Shannon Cox hadn't been on the field to punt yet during the game.
That tells you something about the offense first half, doesn't it?
It really does.
3rd and 12 now at the 49 of Gilmer.
Every time we had a 3rd down play, whether it was short or long in the first half, we made a 1st down.
Well, let's just do it right now.
Kenneth Williams splits out far side. Charles Simpson near side. I formation in the backfield. Here's the snap. Handed to Neal. He tries to get outside, breaks the tackle. And now is upended at the original line of scrimmage.
Good. Oh, that's a great tackle.
Anthony Hawkins with the tackle. And for the first time, Shannon Cox will have to come onto the field to punt it away, as that will be 4th and 10 at the 47. Comes with 9:52 here. 2nd half of play. Lions in front 35-0. Dropping back to receive the punt for Gilmer is Josh Fluler. He's at the 15-14-yard line. Shannon Cox back to punt at the 40-yard line of the Lions. He's going to have to be very careful with his footing there in the middle of the field. Here's the snap. It's a good one. And the punt's away. A low one, going to kick along the ground. Takes a huge Lions bounce. It's going to be marked down at the 12. End over end punt. And it looked like Shannon Cox shortened up his...
He did. I think he was afraid of the ground out there. It's really slick right there in the middle. And he did shorten up. Good. You know, we'll take that. They get it on the 12. We'll take that any day. But he did shorten up and didn't get his leg into it like he's capable of.
Wind starting to kick up a little bit, floating the United States flag out there as Gilmer starts at their 12. 1st and 10 with 9:20 left, 3rd quarter. Handed to Rico Gardner up the middle. He gets nowhere.
Boy, Shane Ballard just whipped that center and just met him in the hole, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might be hard to get O'Shane off that nose guard. He's playing.
You, he is really playing a game out there. He did last week, right at that nose. He may have found a home.
Lining up right over Gilmer center, Brian Light, and he's had the advantage all night long. 2nd and 10 with 8:52 in running. They send out 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Rico Gardner, lone man in the backfield. He fakes the handoff, Webb back to pass, and it's caught at the 16. Turning it up and out of bounds at the 21 is Jesse Hackett.
That's a good throw and catch there.
Good throw and catch.
They've been trying to do that all night long. It's
yes,
just
they have.
They haven't hooked up yet. And that will make it 3rd and short at the 21-yard line. They just seem to...
We really shut them down the first half. They had 2 first downs the first half is all they had. Our defense just completely dominated and gave our offense good field position the whole first half.
Gilmer to the line, 3rd and 1 at their own 21. 2 wideouts to the far side now, 1 to the near side. Here's the snap. and Webb going to keep it. Turns it up.
Oh.
He'll get the first down, it looks like, as he's finally tackled after a short gain of 2. Tackled by Derek McGee and Jeffrey Holman.
Didn't need but 1, so he got his
Justin
first.
Jackson, yeah. Good play. Good defense right there, but they got the first down. You know, we read that just right, and he just happened to cut up and get that little bitty short yardage that he needed to get the first down. It's still a good play.
1st and 10 now.
That's a gutsy call when you need that much. You're going to run him.
First time we've really seen that wrinkle in their offense. They have it at their own 23. They send out one man to the near side. That is Jesse Hackett. One to the far side, Tron Webb. Gardner in the backfield, and he gets the ball. Trying to break out. He's fumbles the ball, and it goes
out of bounds.
near the 22, out of bounds. As he was wrapped up around the legs by Scott Goodwin, twisted around, fumbled it, but it spun out of bounds, and there'll be
there's
a
flag
now.
What was that?
A late flag, and Shane Ballinger clapping his hands like it might go against Gilmer, but we'll wait for the call. Clock is stopped at 8 minutes. And the ball marked at the 22, but the very late flag.
It came about 15 feet high.
Pretty good throw by the official.
Real good throw.
As we'll wait for the official call here.
Got to be a personal foul.
It is.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike.
So that's a big play.
Well, they're frustrated, guys. Look at the stats they've got coming into this ball game. They're 6-1, leading the district on offense, aren't they?
Yes, they were.
This real good back they've got. It's averaging 8.1 or 8.2 yards per carry. I mean, and they're frustrated. And
it's like a sledgehammer.
I'll guarantee you, I have coached the offensive line, and I would hate to try to block this defense that Coach McGinnis has got them running. I would hate to try to block that. It's just very difficult.
It's marched back to the 11-yard line where Gilmer started off. First down and 23. 4 wideouts split evenly to the far near side. Shotgun formation. Webb with time. Now into pocket collapse. He puts it up. It's completed at the 20. Down at the 25 on the tackle by Charles Simpson. It's completed to Anthony Hawkins.
That is about the only thing they've been able to do is throw the ball a little bit.
That gets it up, and we'll make it 3rd and 8. A good gain of 15 yards. Clock at 7:35. 3rd and 9 is how they'll mark it. They send out 2 men near side. Hawkins and Tron Webb. 2 to the far side. Osborne and Tefteller. Gardner in the backfield. Here's the snap by Webb. He pitches it out to Gardner. Gardner tries to get around in. Breaks a leg tackle. Keeps on his feet at the 30. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line before where he fell down. He broke a leg tackle by Charles Simpson.
Yeah, he broke 2 tackles. Got a first down, I believe.
It's going to be close. It looks like they may have to bring the yardage markers.
Well, he says
across.
4th down.
So
it's gonna
4th
be
and short.
Close enough they'll go for it.
At this
I don't think they've got a choice. They've got to go for it. You know, you're 35 points down. It's time to pull out all the stops. It's time for us right now to make a huge defensive play and cause a fumble or get an interception or just shut them down.
They send out 3 men to the far side. Look for a pass there. Rico Gardner in the backfield. Quarterback sneak. And he pushes his way across. Good line movement there by the Buckeyes, and they have the first down.
Good play. That's very effective. I mean, we're running with a nose and tackles and 3 linebackers. That's a good play. Good call. I didn't anticipate it. Did you, Charlie?
Didn't need very much. No, I didn't think about the sneak. It was a good
I did not think about it. It was a good play. Good offensive call.
At the 34-yard line as Gilmer breaks from the huddle. 6:42 in running, 3rd quarter. Lions up 35-0. Shotgun formation. Webb back to pass again. Puts it up quickly. It's through the hands at the 40-yard line. Intended for Hackett again. And just overthrown by Webb, who's having a rough night.
We've come close to picking them off all night. We're gonna pick one off here in a minute.
I remember that one Justin Jackson almost had.
Yeah. Speaking of Justin Mayfield, he was in the game earlier in the half. He came in, going to give Shane a little relief there. Going to line up at the nose guard. Justin Mayfield.
2nd and 10 now. Gilmer sending out the 4 wide receivers. 2 far side, 2 near side. Gardner remains in the backfield. Here's the snap. Webb looks near side for the pass. Lofts one up on the sideline, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Good play by Derek McKee. It was intended for Tron Webb. It looked like around the 45-yard line that Webb may have stepped out of bounds, but no call from the official, and it's incomplete as well, so it's 3rd and 10. But Derek McGee was all over the coverage.
Derek was right there, right where he needed to be. Got in the way. Played pretty good man coverage that time.
Every possession for Gilmer, a 4-down possession. 4 wide receivers again. They'll put 3 on the far side as Hopkins adjusts over there. Here's the snap. Webb back to pass. Puts it up over the middle.
Oh, he bumped it.
And there's a bump. Immediate flags. Tron Webb bumped by Derek McGee, and
Can't do that.
pretty noticeable, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't make contact like that. They'll get you every time. I don't think they'd have caught the ball. I think the ball might have been incomplete. But if they see you hit them like that, they're going to get you.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Nah.
Now, does that come in, like you see in pro football, if they don't have a chance for the ball, it's not a penalty. Now, in high school football,
Same thing.
same thing.
Yeah. But that was close enough. They didn't know where to get there or not, you know.
Now we'll mark the ball over to the 45 to the 48-yard line, just short of the 49. Probably the 49 is how we'll mark it. 1st down and 10 with 6:18 here in the 3rd quarter. This is probably the longest possession for Gilmer in this game. 4 wide receivers again. Here's the snap. Webb pitches it out to Gardner. He has a lot of room. Over to 50 to the 45, breaks outside and goes to the 42-yard line.
Kanan Wilhite, number 84.
Good tackle by Canaan. And well-executed play by Gilmer there.
Oh, it was.
That's tough.
They're going to mark him at the 44, so that's a 7-yard gain. Just over the 45, so it'll be 2nd and 3.
Kanan Wilhite comes out, and Justin Jackson gets back in the game.
4 wide receivers again. Gardner stays in the backfield with Webb in the shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Webb looking near side, and he completes it at the 42. Cutting it up the middle to the 30, and bouncing down to the 25 is Nick Webb. As a good little short pass, and Gilmer on a drive here now.
Yeah, they're going no huddle.
As they mark it at the 26. 1st and 10. Just over 6 minutes to play 3rd quarter.
Gilmer's first drive of the ball game. They got a good one going.
They're trying to keep the momentum going. Here's the snap. Webb comes near side, rolling out. Has some time. He's hit as he throws. And it's intercepted by Brian Brown. He cuts it to the 30. He has a wall of blockers to the 45, and he's tackled at the 48 as he picks that one up. Finally tackled by Marty Rash. But like you guys mentioned a couple plays ago, the interception was kind of looming.
Hey, let's give Scott Goodwin a little bit of credit on that.
He made him throw a little quick.
He actually hit him right when the ball was released. Scott had some pressure on him. We're rushing 3 down linemen. We've got him covered up all the way back there, and Scott gets in there and puts pressure on him. And that's an excellent, excellent defensive play right there by Scott and by Brian Brown.
Lions have it at the 47 of Gilmer. 5:44 on the clock. Philip Corley quarterbacking. Travis Adams in the backfield along with Fred Bowens. Here's the pitch to Bowens, and he has a blocker. He goes to the 40, cuts in, and goes to the 35. Late flag. Looks like a possible face mask, as that was thrown right at a group of 3 Gilmer defenders.
I think Fred went between somebody's legs.
Number 30, Kenneth Williams, was our wingback that time and got down and blocked down inside on the defensive player and did a really good job.
It is a face mask.
And a big one.
I think you're right, Charlie. I don't see how he got through that hole. Maybe he just played leapfrog with somebody.
A 15-yarder.
We'll take it.
As the flags are immediately thrown, so that will move it to the 20-yard line. This could be the backbreaker. It's already 35-0, but
yeah,
this could, a score on this drive could do serious psychological damage. Here's 1st and 10. Adams and Page in the backfield. Adams gets it on the pitch. fights his way over the middle and is pushed up to the 16. I think he got more yards after getting tackled than he did initially. In on the tackle was Nick Webb and Jay Tefteller for Gilmer.
Jeremy Adams, number 74, is going into the ball game. Moved Alfredo Gonzalez to the guard, and they're going to give Davis Wright, number 63, a rest.
Junior Anthony out of the game as well as Alan Ayton in as wingback. 2nd and 6 at the 16. Adams and Page in the backfield. Here's the snap. Pitch back to Page. He tries to get around the left end. A big surge over to 10 to the 9-yard line. 7-yard pickup. And that's going to be 1st and goal for the Lions.
Boy, that's good running. Must be some pretty good blocking when you're running like that.
Must be. They kind of make a little crease, aren't they?
They really are. You know, we're not just one-on-one blocking out there. We're pulling and we're actually having to pull and on the run decide who we're going to block. And that takes some pretty heads-up football playing.
1st and goal at the 9 with 4:32 on the clock, 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. It's pitched out. Page with it, cuts up inside, gets to the 6. As Gilmer with good pursuit, that tackle by Nathan Gann.
Little Bo's been a workhorse all year, hasn't he?
It's just amazing, isn't it?
He's just a junior, too. We got a lot of juniors out there and a couple of sophomores, so.
You know, Bo Page is a big one, too. 5'5", 155. My word.
They just overwhelm you with mass, don't they?
Yep.
2nd and goal to go at the 6-yard line. Alan Ayton back into the game. Travis Adams in the backfield. Along with Page, Brett Mitchell, left side tight end. Right side tight end, Joe Powell. Here's the snap, pitch to Page. He goes up the middle and gets down near the 2-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 3, it looks like. And that's going to make it 3rd and 3.
Boy, Brett Mitchell that time caught a block and knocked 2 of them down.
He's a promising player as well, just as a sophomore. We'll take a look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard in a moment as it's 3rd and goal for the Lions at the 3-yard line of the Buckeyes. 3:13 and running, 35-0, Henderson leading it. Corley under center. Gilmer stacking the line, of course. Page with the ball, and he squirts through. In for the score, a 3-yard run by Derek Bo Page. And the Lions are up 41-0.
Just looking for a little daylight. He saw it, and boy, he hit it quick, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Good blocking up front.
Really
Offensive lineman.
did.
Good job. Good poise on the goal line. Just bring Kilgore. Let's play Kilgore tonight.
Let's don't.
Let's not rush things now, as Clayton Kirsch on to kick the extra point and try to give the Lions a 6-touchdown lead. Pat Brown with the hold. Here's the snap, it's low, the hold, the kick is up, and it gets through. A good job by Pat Brown to get that low snap up and ready for Kirsch, and that makes it 42-0, Lions leading it on Henderson Lions football.
East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated wants our member customers to know about enhanced services that are now offered. With the call waiting service, you can receive an alert of incoming calls while you are already engaged in conversation. Call forwarding transfers incoming calls to another number. The caller ID feature lets you see who's calling before you answer the phone. Contact East Tex Telephone Cooperative Incorporated for more information on enhanced services.
And back here at Lions Stadium, 42-0 Lions in front here on homecoming night, as the Lions looking well on their way to their first district win of the year. They have 2:58 left here in the 3rd quarter, ready to kick it off to Gilmer after a 3-yard touchdown run by Derek Bo Page. First score of the 2nd half. And Clayton Kirsch ready to kick it off. He's angling it. He kicks it towards the far side. A high short kick taken at the 28. Down to the far sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 35. That is Brandon Beasley. And that's where Gilmer will take over. Time to take a look now at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard. Taking a look at Class 4A first, District 16. Carthage 44-0 over Pine Tree in the fourth quarter. Also, Hallsville trying to upset Kilgore 7-0 in the third quarter as Gilmer breaks their huddle. First and 10 at their own 37. 2:49 on the clock. We'll finish out the scoreboard in a moment. Shotgun formation for the Buckeyes. Here's the snap. It's high, brought down by Webb. He pitches it out to Gardner, who cuts it inside. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 45 and pulls his way up to the 46 of the Lions. A great run of 21 yards.
We had that play defensed. He is a good runner.
He's a good back.
He's a good back. Good moves.
Going back to the scoreboard real quick, guys. Hallsville 7-0 over Kilgore.
We don't like that.
No, we don't really need that now, do
No,
we?
we don't.
Rather have Kilgore, which is 2-0 in district play, win that. A win by Hallsville would muddy up the playoff picture. 2:32 and running. Here's the snap. Shotgun. Webb back to pass. He scrambles now, forced out of the pocket. Runs with it. He's hit once at the 49. Now he's down. The initial hit there by John Poole.
John Poole and Joe Powell. But number 80, Junior Anthony, was putting some heat on him.
Other scores in Class 4A. Texas High 7-0 over Mount Pleasant in the third quarter. That would be another upset. Paris 6-0 over North Lamar in the third quarter as well. Second and 11. Here's the snap. Webb rolls out near side. Puts it up. High throw. Overthrown at the 24 as that was intended for Nick Webb. Just a floater there.
Yeah,
Texas High and Mount Pleasant are playing. They both have a 2-0 record in that district up there, so that's for first place up there.
That's a big game.
That'd be an upset, though, if we beat Texas High. Mount
Texas
Pleasant.
High
Yes.
yep.
Other scores, Class 3A, Tatum 21-9 over Spring Hill in the third quarter. Another 4A score, Sulphur Springs 10, Liberty Ilo 7 in the third quarter of play. Third and 11, here's the snap. Handed off to Gardner, he goes up the middle, and he's met at the 46. John Poole again with the tackle, and that'll make it fourth down.
Josh Burks. 83 was there.
In Class 5A, Longview's made it a blowout against Nacogdoches. 35-3 in the third quarter. Robert E. Lee has their hands full with Marshall. 24-21, Robert E. Lee in front. John Tyler 14, Lufkin 7, all third quarter scores. Here's the snap on 4th and 9. Webb looks to the far side to Rico Gardner. He's open on the screen, gets around one man, bursts forward near the first down marker, and that's going to be close to where it's marked at the 36-yard line, and I think he may have it.
Well, we had him stopped over there, but he made a little juke and got around us.
Charlie, we didn't have him stopped either.
Well, I mean, we had him hemmed up. We had him hemmed up.
Ooh, he put a move on over there that time on the cornerback.
We had him hemmed up.
That is a first down. Move the chains at the 36 of the Lions. 1:10 as the clock starts running. Gilmer breaks from the huddle using a straight shotgun formation. Not wavering. They send 3 men to the near side. Gardner remains in the backfield. Webb rolls out near side. Under pressure immediately by Hall, but he breaks it right up the middle. 30, 25, 20, and he's pummeled there after a 15-yard gain. And hit hard there.
He's still laying on the ground. Kanan got up and talked to him a little bit.
He did.
Good scramble, but he paid for it.
Quarterback can run, too, when he wants to. We've had him hemmed up all night.
He's hurting
right now, he's saying, ooh, this Henderson boy hit pretty good.
He's wondering if he's even playing Henderson at this point after that hit. 1st and 10, clock running at 35 seconds. Here's the snap. Webb, quick pass. Completed to Hawkins at the 15. First over to 10, down to the 5. And they're starting to move the ball. 15-yard pickup.
Gonna be hard
Another
to keep.
First down.
Gonna be hard to keep him out end zone this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Unless something strange happens.
Is this Halloween?
No.
It's coming up, though. 1st and goal to go at the 5. Webb from the shotgun. Here's the snap. He brings it down under pressure, and it's picked up by Jackson.
Justin.
He's at the 20. Trying to beat Webb. He doesn't beat Webb, but he gets down at the 32. But it was a short hitch pitch by Webb out to the far side.
Good
and
play.
Jackson gets the pickoff.
How about that? Sits there and makes tackles from sideline to sideline, and then all of a sudden,
You
Brian
asked for
Hogg
something?
found an acre, and he saw it, and Justin went after it and intercepted it and got a good return. Good play, Justin
Kept
Jackson.
that goose egg on the scoreboard for the defense.
I'm telling you what, I wonder if Stanley's standing
No,
up
they
there.
probably
Look
went
at
home.
him.
They probably went home.
He's applauding. Wonder why.
They're
Good
still here.
job, Justin.
1st and 10 at the 31 for the Lions. They'll bring out that running game now. Here's the pitch back to Fred Bowens. He cuts it up the middle, over to 35 to the 36, and that ends the third quarter of play. Lions blowing out Gilmer 42-0 on Henderson Lions football.
Turning points, those times in our lives that make a dramatic impact. Marriage, divorce, a child's birth, a death. These are just a few of life's turning points. But life's ultimate turning point is where we will spend eternity. I'm Jerry Wilson, pastor of Henderson's First Baptist Church, and I want to invite you to join us Sundays at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we discover biblical answers and support for life's turning points.
Lions 2nd and 6 at their own 35, going right to left now on your radio dial. Here's the pitch back to Tim Fuller. He cuts it around the near side over to 40 to the 42. That's a 7-yard gain, and will be close, maybe a 6-yard gain. Going to be near the first down, maybe just short. As the Lions ready to ground some time off that clock, up 42-0.
Let's either grind some time off the clock or score real quick. Let them have it back. I don't care. Either one.
Either one sounds
Yeah,
good
it
to
doesn't
me,
matter.
too. As they'll bring out the chains to mark this, see if it is a first down. It was very close.
Shannon Clark is over there kicking the ball on the sideline, staying warm. He said, I've got to get more warm. I'm gonna...
He's been a forgotten man in this game.
Only had to
Here's the
kick one.
stretch
Try
of
to look
the
at
chain.
Coach McGinnis down there coaching. He had the linebackers, and he was down there, and he was telling them what he wanted to do when they did this, and he was coaching them.
This is 3rd down in a centimeter, I think. Barely missing the first
Our
down.
coaches had a great game plan for this bunch.
Didn't they, though? No, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
Yeah,
They just announced that Kilgore Halls was scoring. Our fans applauded. We don't want that. We want Kilgore to win.
3rd and very, very, very short for the Lions. They've come out of the huddle with 11:43 left in the ballgame. In the backfield, Travis Adams and Tim Fuller, as plenty of people are going to get a chance to play now. Get a lot of experience for these guys. Jonathan Stovall in at quarterback. Takes his time before settling under center. Here's the snap, and he keeps it right up the middle. Breaks through for a good yard or so, and that's a first down.
First down, ran right over Chad McRae that time.
Have one more road game left next week, guys, at Pine Tree. And then Kilgore comes to town after
Kilgore comes to town.
That game,
We always like to say around here, Charles, we've got one more regular season road game.
regular.
That's
there
a
we
habit.
go.
That's a habit. You know, this is, what year is this, Charlie, that we've
33.
had? 30. Is this 33 or 34? We've had 33, haven't we?
I was thinking 30. It might be. I was thinking 33. I don't know.
Here's the snap, pitch back to Fuller. He goes around the near side, spins around, keeps on his feet, and a bunch of people try to wrap him up. They keep on going, and he's still on his feet.
Yeah, he hadn't gone down yet.
He's at the 48 for a 4-yard pickup.
He was doing a little tap dance on somebody's head down there, but he was still standing up.
Hey, he's probably starting to practice for tomorrow night when the dance is.
Yeah.
Get those dancing shoes out. That will make it 2nd and 6.
Tell you what, those Lions have done some dancing through that mud out there tonight, haven't they?
And we
Yes,
thought
they
that
have.
was going to be an early concern, but throw that out the window with a lot of the Lions have played. 2nd and 6 at the 48. And
that's the first mistake we've made up there all night. First motion penalty of the night.
I think that, yeah, that is.
You know, we just
for either
probably,
team.
yeah, probably lose a little concentration now.
We got, right now on that offensive line, Alfredo Gonzalez is in there. Also Chad McRae.
Yeah, Grant Vitito's out there.
Jeremy
74.
Adams.
Yeah, Jeremy Adams, and the tackle over on the other side is number 72 on your program, Doug Gibbons.
2nd and 11 at the 43 now. Here's the snap, pitch back, Travis Adams, cuts it inside with some room, over to 50. Keeps on going down to the 47.
Boy, he was low. His center of gravity that time was right on the ground, and he was just running, picking his knees up. Good run, good block.
That's going to be close to a first down.
All right, Charlie, we haven't had the eagle eye tonight. It's not a first down.
It's not?
No, I don't think so.
The referee's in the way. I can't see where the ball is.
Well, now, after they took the ball from the middle of the field and threw it out there, it may...
That's going to be just short, I think.
It's not. It's not going to be.
Still a nice pickup if it is just short. Almost 11 yards on the play. Here's the stretch of the chains.
Yeah, I'll take it if it is.
I think, hold on.
No,
it's going to be about 2 inches short.
Yep.
Actually, that's about 5.5.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's really 4 1/4 if you want to get right down to it.
Almost how much rain we
I
had.
kept waiting for you to respond to me on that, Charlie, and you wouldn't respond.
It's going to be 3rd and short.
I'm waiting for North Lamar to score.
Did you say your sister was coaching up there?
She might be if we let Paris beat them.
I am pretty good at setting you up, aren't I?
Oh, I tell you.
You guys have had practice, haven't you?
She's real good extra point coach, but they can't score.
3rd and short for the Lions. Under 10 minutes to play here. 42-0 the score. For quarterback sneak, and Jonathan Stovall keeps on going. He doesn't get just the first down. He gets a nice gain.
I don't get to do this very often. I'm going to do it again.
He was a power back that time.
Sure was.
Jonathan, way to go.
About a 4-yard gain by Jonathan. Seen 3 quarterbacks in this game. Stovall, Corley, and Simpson.
Joe Powell's in there at an end, 46. Junior Anthony comes out, and Alan Ayton goes in.
And that clock keeps on ticking. Ayton will come left side as the wingback. Adams and Tim Fuller in the backfield. There's the snap, pitch back to Fuller. He comes near side, gets to the 40, spins around, over the 40 to the 38. And that's a 3-yard gain where it looked like he may just get 1.
Tim got pretty fresh legs. He's running hard.
Good blocking by Doug Gibbons and a host of others.
We will rotate some backs, won't we? Goodness gracious. Our linemen, we've all night long, we've only rotated 2 other offensive linemen in there. But our ends and our backs, we will rotate them. My word.
Just helps wear down the opponent.
There is always somebody on the field in the backfield with fresh legs.
2nd and 6, they gave Fuller 4 at the 38 of the Buckeyes. 8:18 on the clock. Here's the snap, pitch back, Fred Bowens with it. Sneaks his way over the right side of the line down to the 35. 3-yard spurt by him.
Did y'all see Jonathan Stovall?
Yeah, Jonathan
looked like
leading
a
away.
pulling guard, didn't
Leading away.
We're going to change that number to a 60-something. Got down the field, throwing at those defensive guys downfield. Have to get him a big old cage, get him a neck roll.
First quarterback to look that way, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
He might not be able. He might not be hit that sideline route if he do that.
3rd and 4 for the Lions at the 35 of Gilmer. We'll take a quick look at the Dogwood Orthopedic Clinic scoreboard in a moment. Have one final for you. Here's the pitch back. Fred Bowen spurts up the middle. Over to 30, to the 25, down to the 20, and a first down for Henderson.
When you said squirt, you had the right work. And he squirted through there, boy, I tell you.
Well, Carthage has completed their conquest of Pine Tree. 44-0, the final. In the third quarter, Hallsville still holding on against Kilgore, 7-0, and it's still Paris 6-0 over North Lamar in the third quarter of play.
Do we need to call your sister, Charlie?
She needs to look at some more film next week for their next opponent.
She's getting the quarterback warm on the sideline. We're going to go start throwing.
1st and 10 at the 20, 7-10. And going. Here's the pitch back. Travis Adams leaps over one man, dives over to 20 to the 19. Other scores, Class 4A, it's Texas High still beating Mount Pleasant 7-0 in the third quarter. In Class 3A, it is Tatum 21-9 over Spring Hill in the third quarter of play. Sulphur Springs in Class 4A, 10-0 over Liberty Ilo. 10-7 now, excuse me. And in another score to report, Bullard 28, Gladewater 8.
Number 76, Haven Cameron, is in the ball game at the strong side tackle, and he's given Alfredo Gonzalez a rest.
2nd and 8 at the 19. Here's the snap, pitch back, Tim Fuller. Goes around the far side, has a blocker. Goes outside Moore, over the 10 to the 5. Dragged out of bounds at the 3, and a big flag.
You ought to get a flag for that.
Fuller spurts out of there as the flag goes against Gilmer.
Boy, Charlie, he showed some moves.
Yes, he did.
Woo! In Class 5A, Longview 42-3 over Nacogdoches in the fourth quarter. Robert E. Lee in the fourth quarter still holding on against Marshall, 24-21. And look at this, a big upset in the making. Lufkin 21-14 over John Tyler in the fourth quarter play. John Tyler, the number 1 team in the state in Class 5A, and the number 4 team in USA Today, in the nation. So that could be a huge upset.
That was my pick as the upset of the week in the state right there.
Well, Charlie, it's easy to say that now.
No, I got on my pick sheet up there.
Lufkin coming off 2 tough losses. 6:14 on the clock, 1st and goal to go for the Lions at the 1. Here's the snap, handed to Adams. He bursts through, touchdown, and the Lions pouring it on against Gilmer. Really just running the ball and not trying to run up the score. It's just Gilmer right now can't stop him.
He is not trying to rub it in. He's not trying to run the score up, but sometimes you're going to score when you're dominating like we are. And Travis Adams has gone in, played a good ball game.
Travis' first touchdown of the year, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And Travis deserved to score. Those offensive linemen deserved for him to score because they worked hard tonight. So that's not rubbing it in. That's not trying to run the score up. That's just, hey, we're just dominating. I mean, playing football.
This matches their highest output of the year, doesn't it? What was the score against A. Maceo Smith?
I don't remember.
6:08 on the clock. Kirsch trying. It's a low snap through the hands of Pat Brown. Kirsch up and running, and he's upended at the 10 as a low snap, and Kirsch tackled at the 10 by Hawkins. So the extra point attempt, no good, and that keeps the score at 48-0. Henderson leads it here on Henderson Lions football.
There was a time when the automatic teller machine was new. Some people were leery of it. Sure hope that thing doesn't eat my money. With time, the ATM achieved worldwide acceptance. Couldn't get along without my ATM card. Banking should be convenient. Use your ATM card. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Looking forward to your future.
Back here at Lions Stadium, 48-0 the score. Lions in front. 6:08 left in the ball game as homecoming going to be a happy affair as the Lions on their way to their first district win of the season. I'm Charles Witt alongside Bobby Briscoe and Charlie Franklin. Thanks for joining us tonight. Next week, make sure to tune in, same time, for the Lions and Pine Tree. Lions make their final regular season road game of the year
Gilmer band playing "You're Cheating Hard." We're not cheating. We're just playing real good.
Here's the kick by Kirsch, short and to the near side, taken at the 30.
Uh-oh.
Towards the far side, slipping down at the 30.
Bad
is the
choice on his
returner,
part.
Brandon Beasley.
Hey, but he got up kicking the ground like he was going to make something big happen, and he just didn't realize that Derek had him nailed over there on that side anyway, regardless of what he had done.
Under 6 minutes to play as Gilmer takes over. Lions defense. I'm sure at this point, from a pride factor, they want to probably keep that goose egg up there. What do you guys
like to, because they protected all night. Let's see if they can do it for 5 minutes and 58 more seconds.
New quarterback into the game for Gilmer. That is Jesse Hackett. Here's the handoff up the middle. And down at the 35 with the carry is Rico Gardner. 4-yard gain. So Hackett in place of Brian Webb, who's had a rough night.
John Poole, number 82.
Hackett has seen some time at wide receiver. He's a junior. And Webb, who came in with 11 touchdown passes, has thrown 2 interceptions here tonight. So he's out. 3 wide receivers, I formation for Gilmer. 2nd and 6. Here's the snap. Gardner up the middle, and he's nailed. Nailed at the line of scrimmage by Poole.
I tell you
John
what,
Poole.
John has established himself.
Did last week.
He sure did. He really did against the Carthage Bulldogs.
Now I'll make it 3rd and 6. This Lions defense really has played well over the last few weeks.
Oh, they really have. Our hats have to go off to the coaching staff and the job they've done getting our kids mentally prepared for this ball game, not only prepared to play football, but mentally prepared.
3rd and 6 at the 35, 4:40 in the game. Gardner with the pitch. He tries to get around in, and he's dragged down by Pat Sanders.
Got a
flag on the play, and
I think he got a piece of got a piece of face mask.
There's
another flag is at the 34-yard line, Jeremy Blanton, and also Marty Rash of Gilmer tangled up. So 2 flags on the play, and we'll wait for the officials to hash things out and see which is which. Our first flag, probably an unintentional face mask against the Lions. Jeremy Blanton out of the game. Are just coming to the sideline, talking with Coach Dennis Alexander. As 4:33 on the clock. Joe Powell into the game. And Jeremy Blanton will take a rest. Officials trying to still figure things out. 48-0 the score, Lions lead it. Next week, they travel to Pine Tree. Trying to take each step at a time.
Now he's taking the flag off.
Yes, he is. I think he's taking the first flag off, perhaps.
Personal foul, both sides.
No.
Gilmer. Now watch, he's going to point to us. See?
Yep. Unsportsmanlike against both teams.
He put him out of the ball game.
And the face mask is taken off.
Yeah.
As he pointed to the first flag. So Jeremy Blanton out of the game, and I'm not sure who's out of the game for Gilmer.
65, whoever he is.
That is Jerome Tefteller, one of the 2 Tefteller twins. Say that 10 times fast. As Gilmer will take another look at the scoreboard. Oh boy, this is a definite upset in the making, as Lufkin now 24-14 over John Tyler in the 4th quarter of play.
That is a big upset because John Tyler is really flying high.
Yes, that will defeat the #1 team in 5A if that score holds up.
That'll throw that district in a tizzy too, won't it?
Robert E. Lee, yes, that will mix things. That makes Longview, as next week John Tyler plays Longview.
Right.
So that's That is going to be a huge game. Longview in the driver's seat as they lead Nacogdoches 42-3 in the fourth quarter. Robert E. Lee 24, Marshall 21, and it looks like that's still in the fourth quarter of play.
Come on, let's play ball.
That is close to being a final. Robert Lee trying to hold on. Other scores, Carthage has defeated Pine Tree 44-0. Hallsville still leading Kilgore 7-0. Mount Pleasant now leading Texas High 8-7 in the fourth quarter. Paris 14, North Lamar 7. That last reported in the fourth quarter, I believe, not marked as a final yet. Tatum 41-9 over Spring Hill in the fourth quarter. Other scores, Sulphur Springs 24, Liberty Ilo 7. All of these scores fourth quarter. White House 28, Lindale 10. Lancaster losing to Corsicana 10-7. And Dangerfield 34, Atlanta nothing.
Ooh.
As we also had a Bullard who was winning 28-8.
Atlanta got beat last week too.
As we're still waiting for, looks like substitutions, and it looks like actually Gilmer is going to punt the ball away on 4th and 15. Nobody back to receive this punt. There's the snap, and it's kicked away. Low kick, gonna kick at the 40, bounce down to around the 30-yard line for the Lions, and they take over with 4:15 left in the ballgame. So once again, the report, Lufkin beating John Tyler 24-14 in the fourth quarter. That is a big upset in the making down at Lufkin. John Tyler playing a lot of close games, but
Lufkin's already lost to Longview and Marshall.
Yep. So they had to win that game.
Yeah, they're playing for their lives.
Jonathan Stovall onto the field as the Lions will run out the rest of this clock, leading 48-0.
Charlie, are you getting sleepy on us down there, bud?
I'm glad we're not going to Austin tonight.
I got to give you a pillow. Here's a pitch to Fred Bowens around the near side. He gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1, as he had to jump over one the Gilmer defender, Tron Webb, I believe. That will make it second. He maybe a yard, just a short gain there. It's still second and about 9 3/4. Clock continues to tick off. Homecoming night here in Henderson. Homecoming queen for this year, Casey Dudley. 3:30 on the clock as the Lions come to the line. Here's the snap, and it's handed off to Tim Fuller up the middle over the left side, and he's down after a short gain. And Alfredo Gonzalez
got a block, didn't he? And he stayed on it too. He's done that all year, though. He's blocked like that all year.
I look for him to be a real good offensive lineman next year, Bobby.
Alfredo's really got some fire in him and really works hard. He's 5'11", 220 pounds. He's got good size.
He laid out Tyrone Tennyson.
He is. I love his intensity.
Third and 7 at the 33. Under 3 minutes to play. Here's the snap, pitch back, and Fred Bowens gets tripped up in the backfield as he's down at the 32.
We're going to punt again.
We're going for the second time?
For the second time.
That tackle there by John Brinkley.
We're letting that clock run, though, with 2:31, 48-0. Going to get all we can get out of it.
Lions going to go 6-2 overall, 1-2 in district play, and Gilmer will drop to 6-2 and 1-2 in district play.
Boy, and we need Hallsville to drop.
We sure do.
Never thought you'd cheer for Kilgore now, did you?
No.
No, you got that right.
No, I didn't.
As they're going to let this clock run out. No, they'll call timeout with 1 second left, and we'll take a timeout as well. 48-0 Henderson on Henderson Lions football.
At Boral Bricks, we understand people's taste. Whatever your need, whatever color, whatever style, we have just what you want. Because at Boral Bricks, we've known all along that it's more than just a brick. It's the home of your dreams. Just call 1-800-5-BORAL-5 to receive a free brochure and the location of the showroom nearest you. Boral Bricks, a solid decision to build your dreams on.
As the Lions ready to punt it away on 4th and 7 at the 33. Here's the kick by Shannon Cox. He slips down off the end of his foot, actually bounces up to the 50, a loose ball, scramble for it. Who's going to come up with it? Doug Gibbons, I think, with a chance for it, but Gilmer recovers, and that actually somehow turns into a 17-yard punt. As Shannon Cox slipped down on the middle part of the field, which is very muddy at this point of the game. And
Coach Alexander just gave him a high five right there, and just got, I could read his mind. He just gave him a high five and told him good job. Look at Doug Gibbons coming off over. Got a big old grin on his face. You know, it's the first time a lineman ever got to touch a football. He thought he was going to pick it up and run with it. Look at him.
That's what he's done.
Yeah,
he wanted that one.
Yeah, he did.
Going over to the bench, telling Alfredo Gonzalez, I had it. I had it in my hands.
It was right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it. So Gilmer gets it with 1:52 left in the game. And they have a late player coming on. 48-0. It was 35-0 at
I would have
halftime.
never thought that. 48-0. I thought we were going to win, but I didn't think we were going to win by 48.
I was telling Chipper before the game, I thought 14-10 Lions win. I thought it was going to be a close game. That shows you that I don't get paid to predict. Definitely. But what a night it's turned into.
I figured we'd blow them out. I thought it was going to be like 14-13.
Oh, my.
14-13.
Hackett in at quarterback again. I formation. Handed to the last man through. He spurts over to the 43-yard line. A new man carrying, as that is Tyrone Tennyson, who just a few plays earlier got laid out by Alfredo Gonzalez.
Charles Leeton's there, and so is number 88, Brett Mitchell.
8-yard gain, make it 2nd and 2 as the clock continues to run. Gilmer waiting just to get into the locker room and clean off and go home. Both teams going to need a lot of Tide with bleach after this game. 2nd and 3 with 1:15 left. Here's the snap, handed to Tennyson. He drops the ball, and I think he landed right back on top of it, as that is down at the 43 at the line of scrimmage. Clock keeps on going, under 1 minute to play. Charlie's going to get out his peanuts and feed the crowd. Who are you going for?
These little bitty Spanish peanuts, you can't throw these things.
Charlie got a Coke can down there. You want to throw it?
No, I was going to throw it at Bishop, but I don't want to hurt Bishop. He's a good guy.
Oh.
There's movement on the line, and flags fly. I don't know. Bishop looks hungry to me. What do you think?
No.
Bishop's always hungry.
Well, 35 seconds on the clock, scores 48-0. They just got a 5-yard penalty, and bless their heart.
They just got hit by a tornado here today.
A hungry line.
Terrence Oliver's down there throwing a football in the net, dreaming that he's a quarterback.
A lot of celebrating going on the near sideline. 3rd and 8 now at the 48. Clock running at 21 seconds. Here's the snap. Handed to Tennyson up the middle. He breaks a tackle at the 40 and leg tackled by Justin Jackson. 22 on number 22 there. Down to the 38 for a 10-yard gain.
Justin's played quite a game tonight. Been in a lot of activity, a lot of action on the field.
Now we'll move the chains. 1st and 10 briefly stops the clock at 12 seconds. That could be the last play of the ball game.
Well, there's 9 seconds on the game clock. 6, 5, 4.
Gilmer rushing out,
3,
trying to
2,
get off one more play.
There it is.
There's the snap. They hand it up the middle of Tennyson. He's nailed by John Poole, and that ends the game. Good stop by the Lions defense, and that's kind of fitting because
Good way to end it.
they shut out Gilmer here tonight. 48-0 and get their first district win of the year. Lions improved to 6-2 on the season, 1-2 in district play, and we'll come back and wrap things up on the postgame show in a moment on Henderson Lions football.
Henderson Tire has the largest selection of Cooper tires at the guaranteed lowest prices in Rusk County. They also provide full mechanic services. If you want the best price in Rusk County, whether it's brake service, wheel alignment, or replacement of shocks, Henderson Tire is the place to be. They offer 90 days, same as cash, with the lowest prices ever. They'll beat any advertised price in Rusk County. At Henderson Tire, there's no appointment necessary. Come by any time for great service. Henderson Tire, 205 South Marshall in the old Montgomery Wards building.